Wait,
Welcome to the Pseudo Intellectual podcast. I'm your host, Six, and today we have an interesting topic called Shield Hero.
Six.
Why don't y'all introduce yourself, Necro?
I did a podcast today about inflation porn. That's all I got.
What?
That's long story. We'll talk about it later.
I didn't even know that. I
was
saw you uploaded a video, but what is this about the fucking inflation porn?
Dude, you're gonna have to watch it.
Okay, it's fine.
Actually,
OneManCast.
It's
relatively
fucking
hilarious.
sexy, okay? Let's just call it what it is.
Okay.
It's fucking sexy.
No,
But
it's
just
not.
because
Okay.
inflation porn is inherently hilarious.
It is.
What the fuck?
It's funny, but like I said, we'll talk about it.
Okay, OneManCast.
OneManCast, straight out of the bike pump.
Yeah.
I don't
He's
even
not going to
know.
get any of these references.
Okay, plot, your turn.
Stuffy, did you see the new One Piece?
Wait,
Don't.
I thought Shonen Jump didn't have a
I meant
issue
the
this
previous
season.
week's one.
Oh yeah, of course
Don't
I
make
saw
me
it.
slap you as if you are a woman. Stuffy.
I'm Stuffy, and I just bought an industrial air pump.
Okay, you guys going to watch it? I mean, we did. We watched episode 1. This is what the podcast is. We're going to be talking about it.
Yep.
We're going to talk about episode 1, and then we're going to lead into the other animes and talk about what we will be watching. But what did y'all think of it?
It was a very, very strong first episode.
I'd say so as well.
From the clips I've seen, everything points to this show being a gender bend anime.
What?
Okay. Okay. Yes. Plot. Before you joined, we were talking about that. There is not Mordred. There is not Kirito. There is not Rance as all characters.
I mean, to be fair, the not Kirito is a dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about Trap Kirito?
Still a dude.
Yeah. I mean, technically, a trap is still a dude.
I mean, Fatopia over the Trap.
Just because it's a
Whatever.
feminine penis doesn't change the fact that it's a penis.
But it does.
But
change
I thought
the
you guys
fact
believed
whether-
that the dick made it better.
Yes, we believe both of these things. These aren't contradictory.
Look,
Look,
I
just
think
because
the
the
first
dick makes
episode
it
is
better
bad.
doesn't mean the dick doesn't also make it gayer.
Okay, Necro.
I don't know if it doesn't disagree there.
Necro, what makes
I think the first episode is bad because the first episode is bad because of the R word. Oh, sorry. I'm just parroting what Mother's Basement says. I think it's a good episode.
Oh,
I literally just avoid him for the sake of my sanity.
Yeah.
oh, I
I
see.
think it's
I only
Yeah.
follow his Twitter because that's absolutely hilarious, unlike his content.
well,
Yeah.
I'm also not a crypto fascist either.
Oh man,
Plus, it gives me 100% win rate on Plod's fucking tweets.
yeah.
Well,
Oh my.
I'm not a I'm not a
R-word
crypto
as in the
fascist.
false R accusation.
Mhm.
You know, I'm gonna hold on. Let me put that tweet on the screen for everyone. And
It's glorious. It's so
I mean,
disturbingly wrong.
it's like
it's like
um,
watching the Teletubbies and then saying it's about communism. It's that amount of wrong.
I mean, that is actually a pretty apt description of the Teletubbies.
Gay communism.
Oh yeah, actually, okay. I need to change that metaphor.
Let me phrase it with something more ridiculous.
Yeah, if it was that more ridiculous. I mean, my tweet was, now use this and apply it to anyone in the real world. Poor people, minorities, women, anyone that mothers... then see if mothers basically say the same thing. What caused me to tweet that? Let's see. Read.
Because Mother's Basement is exactly that way.
Shield Heroes, poor me, protag, is kinda dumb, and the writing of the villains is mawkish. but it goes in the direction of turning him into a bad person. It could be interesting. Seems like he's going to have to do bad things to get by. As long as I'm not expected to sympathize with him and thinking everyone else deserves what's coming, that could be a really cool angle for an isekai story. If I am, well, the music and art direction are great, at least.
Cool angle and isekai don't go
I didn't
together.
even
That's
notice the
whatever.
music.
It was good. I fucking noticed that music. Especially if he forced to reckon in some way with the fact that he got him into the mess. He's ultimately... No, he's in... What? That doesn't make sense. Into the mess. He is ultimately his own laziness and expectations that life should just hand him everything he needs. Not just everyone else being mean. That could be a good arc.
Wait, I thought Mother's Basement was pro-communism.
Wait, well, let's just ignore the fact that in order to make that tweet make sense, you actually have to ignore 100% of the context of the episode.
For that tweet to make any sense, one, you need proper grammar. Two, you need to ignore literally everything about that episode.
And three, if he took the time to proofread, that tweet would not have been made.
Guys, it's not poorly researched. I don't know why you're bashing him over this.
It's just pure revisionism.
I mean, yeah, actually, I agree with OneManCast on that one.
Yeah. Okay, it makes no goddamn sense in this fact that he wasn't expecting everything to be handed to him. He was just wanting a fair shake. And even then, like, him expecting everything, whatnot, he right after the false accusation happened, he pretty much was just saying, "Fuck this! I don't trust anyone. If you are coming for me, then I gotta say, what's your deal? Where are you at?" And he doesn't even trust anyone, even though they want to partner with him. And he expects them to turn on him, which is what happened later. And so he fucking showed that and just threw the enemies at them and beat them. It's like, see, I knew they were going to betray me. Like, he's not expecting them to hand him anything. In fact, he's actually expecting them more to turn on him.
Okay, am I the only one that sits there looking at the end of the episode going, this is going to be something brought up next week that everyone's going to go, oh, how can you... Oh my god.
Buy a slave?
Yeah, how can you buy... Completely ignoring the plot of, what was it, I
was actually going to say that everyone's going to bring up how it's an allegory for black people and how they're subhuman.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Something completely not brought up in the show.
I mean, they're not wrong. They're wrong in the sense that it's an allegory for that, but they're completely right about the black.
Here's the thing. They're wrong because they're Japanese. It's made by a Japanese company, so obviously they mean the Koreans.
Ooh.
Kim, please don't nuke us.
I mean, this is actually
like he can reach me.
Here's the thing. This is looking more promising than freaking Goblin Slayer.
Somebody's wanting that reach around from Kim Jong-un.
Really good litmus test we have going on here with the Japanese animes. They're coming out.
I mean,
so
to be fair,
here's the thing.
I mean,
all right,
I'll let you go.
We have the opening of the episode where you see like the little girl that he sees inside the slave trader tent, like just playing with like a ball or something at the beginning, and that kind of sets the implication that that he's not like buying like a slave to maliciously abuse. Like people seem to somehow, which I know people are gonna somehow think.
I mean,
and but I can guarantee you, like next week, there's going to be some weird drama for even him
purchasing someone and taking
not considering the fact that one of the most celebrated movies of all time, Schindler's List, is about a dude buying like thousands of people to remove them from a worse conditioned area.
Yeah, I was about to say, is like, for one, it's not like they're living a lavish life being stuck there and not being sold. If you don't, here's the thing: if you don't buy them, someone who's worse probably would.
There's also the fact that even if he buys them and frees them, nothing is stopping, because this was an issue in America in the 1830s up until slavery was finally made illegal.
Nothing stopping them from getting captured again, and yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Not only that, like, you had African Americans had to have paperwork to show that they were free. Nothing stopped people from just grabbing the paperwork to inspect it and setting it on fire.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it's a fucked situation.
It's literally better if she goes to someone like him than literally anything else.
Like, I guess you could do something kind of interesting with the slavery being closer to the style used in Japan and Greece, where it was debt slavery.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're not going to do that. Otherwise, why make them demi-humans?
We had debt slavery inside the U.S. too.
Yes, it was called indentured servitude,
which is great.
It's like, granted, it was basically the same thing.
I mean,
they just gave it a prettier sounding word.
I mean, here's the thing. What's so bad about someone owing some people money so they'll do anything to pay it off?
Well, I mean, the actual issue was the way it kind of worked out.
I can't foresee any issues with that system. Not even one.
Like, I might have to check, because there are a couple of states, if I remember correctly, that indentured servitude are still allowed.
Well, I mean,
I know for a while, Idaho.
I mean, if you still at least have your basic human rights, it should somewhat be allowed.
Well, no, indentured servitude is basically a racket.
I know, it's taking away your basic... I mean, I know it's supposed to take away your basic human rights, but at the same time, it's like one of the weirdest things. Like, it's only... Well, well, actually, we don't need to even get into this topic, because it's not even that.
Yeah, we'll get into this like next week and see if they do anything with that.
Well, we can do next week. We'll wait for that.
Just the glory of this tweet is just so fun, because when he's not busy advocating for universal health, universal, was it wealth? Not wealth,
basic
money.
Income.
Yeah, universal basic income. He's insulting people for expecting things to be handed to them.
Well, you know what's even the hilarious thing about that is universal basic income just fucks people who like work blue collar jobs. Yes. Everyone else is fine. If you're making about 36 grand a year, you're fucked.
Hold on, I gotta tweet that as well. That is too funny not to just tweet under that thing.
It's... I don't know. How can he not realize that this is... I feel like this almost has to be a parody, but no one else seems to notice.
You know, I kind of want to agree. Especially since, like, you can go back 2 or 3 years and find him saying the exact opposite shit.
Well, here's the thing. I thought I had heard him bring up Shield Hero on one of his podcasts before, like...
He did.
A year ago, and talking about how it was great. And now I'm hearing him say he's never read it. And so I'm...
Yeah, it was, like, right before he met his girlfriend.
Okay, I'm putting these tweets in chat.
Because,
y'all want to see these.
I kind of remember the time he met his girlfriend because he wouldn't stop fucking talking about having a girlfriend.
And then he was saying anyone that complains about it is just jealous that he has a girlfriend.
It's more like, wow, come on, dude, how pathetic are you that you had to bring it up every sentence?
Yeah, it's more of
No offense,
dude.
Mother's Basement, but paying $30 for a hooker does not mean it's your girlfriend.
But what I was gonna say, God, it's like how normie can you get to have a girlfriend? That is just so sad.
I mean, I think the only thing more normie is having a wife.
I mean, that's impossible. Haven't you heard the saying you can't turn a hoe into a housewife?
But don't you know, those hoes, they don't want no scrubs.
No, I'm just messing with it. But I don't know. I just
The
love
scrub
this.
is the guy that they get no love from.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out what he should have done differently for this not to have happened.
There's nothing decline.
Put everything in proper context, then he wouldn't have fucking said it.
No, he means inside the story.
Oh.
And I think decline all whammon. That's about it.
No, here's the thing. Because this was one issue I did have. All of the shit that was the central conflict of the episode hinged on there not being 20 witnesses to him not drinking and going to bed early.
I mean, I know there's another thing. I was like, couldn't they just test if he drank alcohol? I mean, holy shit.
I don't know if you could back then.
I mean, they showed magic, so
That's true.
And-
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
like
Heck,
that's the
you'd think there'd be
thing.
like
There has to
scrying
be
magic
something
for, like,
going
past
on.
events.
And there's also inscription, what tells you
Yeah,
what stuff are made of. Like,
I agree. There has to be something going on between some of the characters because
Yeah,
he was with all the other characters the first day. So how could any of them plan to cohort with that person that they had never met?
that's the thing. This seems like it's
it makes I
big.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's like, I was just thinking of that part. I mean, it was just too much. Like, I think when I was watching it, I was like, I think they cut something out because this doesn't make linear sense in that situation.
Yeah,
Well-
either like somehow this is like we're gonna find that this is in some weird time loop or something. Or,
I hope not.
Oh, Kaiser's
oh
here.
gosh, it really doesn't need to.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Okay.
We're talking about Shield Hero.
Shield Hero.
Yeah, it's
Right.
fucking amazing.
Hmm.
And Mother's Basement is literally making tweets against minorities now. No, I'm just
Oh.
joking.
I mean,
But-
when is he not doing that?
Nah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I think it's at a better start off than Goblin Slayer. Like, here's the thing. When I saw
Right.
Goblin Slayer the first time... Hold on, let me finish. When I saw Goblin Slayer the first time, I thought it was pretty okay. Kind of bad. It was, like, average. But once Pedantic told me the goblins represent Jews, it instantly became a 10 out of 10.
Oh, yes.
Here's the thing, like I would have if someone had without the controversy around Goblin Slayer, I would have said 5 out of 10 first episode, probably not for me. I continued watching it and I eventually was like, yeah, I'm not really having that much fun. I'm just kind of bored.
So, what's the?
See, I liked it, but I play a lot of D&D, so
Is
Yeah,
Shield Hero worth watching? Fuck yes.
So what's the
Yeah.
catch? So what's the
Based
catch
off
with
that first episode? The first
yeah.
episode is definitely worth.
What is the catch though?
watching.
What's the catch with Shield Hero? Like how Goblin Slayer was all about them Jews, man. What's the catch with Shield Hero?
False rape accusations in Mother's Basement is now saying that it's his fault.
It's his fault.
There's literally
Yeah,
nothing he
like-
could have done about this. And then he's saying he was just expecting everything to be handed to him and whatnot. And it's like, no,
When
that's
literally his character's like motto now
Well-
is basically just doing all the grunt work himself.
and not expecting anything.
Like,
like that's the thing. He literally pulled himself up by his bootstraps.
yeah, it's the weirdest thing to ever see.
Like all context had to be ignored for that tweet.
Oof.
Oh shit! Kaiser joined.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Like, there's, like, this is why I don't think Mother's Basement can analyze anything Because when you see like how he comes to conclusions, they make no sense if you ever know the source material.
How he comes to conclusions for all his material and all that. Yeah.
It makes no sense. Hashtag believe women. At the end of this video, he says "incel forever."
See, that's kind of the thing. Is like, it does show. That was one of the things, though, is if the punishment is death, the burden of proof should have been way higher than it was.
No. You want to know why? It's actually, here's the thing, it's a matriarchy, and that's how matriarchies are. They have a care-based morality rather than a justice-based morality.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Terra has morality? Since
Like,
when?
that's a big thing with how laws work. That's why there aren't as many people on death row as
that's
you
why.
think.
That's why no matriarchy has ever worked out in all of history. It's because their justice, quote unquote, justice-based system turns into a care-based system, which usually revolves around believing the victim rather than waiting to figure out all the evidence and
based on emotions,
Yeah.
pure emotions.
Which, in like a generation or two, would have people rioting in the streets without a doubt.
Why do you think matriarchies have never worked?
I mean, most matriarchies are still in the era of the sticks and huts.
And even this show admits that matriarchies don't work by bringing in non-matriarchal people from other worlds to solve their problems.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
sitting
just
there
figured out why
going,
Mother's
that
Basement-
one scene where she says that it would be... I'm trying to remember the exact words, but basically no man would ever deny a drink from a woman in that town.
I just figured out
That's
why he
the
hates
only
show.
time where I go, okay, so this is... That's the only thing that makes sense with the whole rape allegation is she had drugged his drink and he didn't take it.
Yeah, I know.
I figured out why
Because
Mother's
everything
Basement
else
hates the
makes
show.
absolutely no sense.
I figured out why Mother's Basement hates the show. He sexually identifies as a woman.
What?
It could be true. I mean, someone in the chat said, how much do you want to bet his girlfriend has bigger balls than him?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I know she has his.
Oof.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeesh.
All right, because here's the thing: we know that there has to be like what 6 accomplices to this allegation already. That's
Even if it's just even if it's just 2 people and the rest are listen and believe.
well, all right, because there was the one that planted the evidence after he left his room.
Yeah.
We have her. We have the other dude that
Yeah, we have Spear Hero.
I mean,
That's
Spirit
only
Hero
3
could
though.
Be a white knight.
Yeah, but
I was thinking that who was that?
Or yeah.
No, that Spear Hero knows what he was doing. That was
yeah,
that was
Spear Hero's
Don't underestimate.
almost
white
definitely
knights.
knows what he's doing.
well, and then there was someone, and then someone had to like introduce them to the other people in the. I guess that could technically be the same third person.
Yeah.
That we
Yeah.
So at
don't
least
know.
3 people. Because
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense any more than just any less than that.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Oh, now I will say what I immediately felt was a breath of fresh-ish air in the episode was the fact that we don't start out with like a super generic like otaku character. Like he says he enjoys like this stuff, but like he says he's like I actually have like life prospects. I go to the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
when
goes
I'm
into the
bored.
library, wears a Santa hat, sips some coffee.
Something thoughtful says that Spear Dude wants to harem.
Yeah. What I'm saying is like we
I
don't
mean, I'm
start
kind of
out
sitting
with
there
like
thinking Spear Hero is generic isekai protagonist
I think
'Cause he's
Spear
got a
Hero is
harem.
literally just Mordred from Fate.
and he's a fucking white knight.
No,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, that too. But I'm saying
he's either a giant.
No,
crook
no,
or,
no,
like,
you know
a
he's the Red
weird-
Knight.
How can he be a white knight? He's literally a scumbag.
He's literally from the red team.
What are you talking about, Plot? Almost all white knights are scumbags.
You know what I mean, though, because he helped
No, they're
plant
sexual
evidence
predators.
and lie.
No, he went out of his way to protect Milady.
He's still a sexual predator, though.
No. What I'm saying is he knows that what the lady was saying was in fact not true.
No.
Have you met a white knight?
Yeah, white knights, they don't
Dude, my
use
best
logic
friend's a white.
ever. Like, if you've seen like any of the fucking quote unquote white knight videos, they are hilarious for one.
So what you're saying is
the Spanish Inquisition.
they literally are the mother's basement.
Yes.
Yes.
It was his fault. What should he have done differently? He should have pulled himself up by his bootstraps. You mean like he did in the episode? Shh.
No.
He should have pulled them up higher.
No.
He should have been
Like,
levitating over the moon.
The only thing I would say he shouldn't have done was throw his silver at her.
No, I actually say, while that is a stupid decision, I like it because
the symbolism was
the symbolism
pretty
is,
good.
Here's the thing, because once you get falsely raped, no one trusts you. Your reputation is destroyed. Everyone's against you, so that's like how it is. And you are you can't you're crippled financially because all the lawyers you have to hire after that.
Yep.
That's what him throwing his money
well.
represents.
Also, the fact that it was silver and he had.
Yeah,
I think
by Judas metaphor right there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that too.
It's a what metaphor?
Judas from the fucking Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they planned that shit out.
Sold them out for silver.
Oh.
I mean, there's quite a few things in play right there, and I just found it amazing.
Like, no, because the weirdest thing about it is this whole plan hinges on just them somehow starting off with 200 more gold. Like, that's the only thing in the end that was actually gained by this. I don't understand.
That's the thing. I honestly think this was a plan that just kept getting bigger, because obviously her plan was to get all of the upgraded armor and all.
Yeah, I mean, if you look,
and then probably drug him, steal all of his other money, and just dip.
No, I mean, here's the thing. One thing I I think the original plan was actually to like screw him over to the point that he has to go back. They get a new person and whatnot. Because if you look, he when he was saying no, send him back, let him go back to Japan and all that stuff. And then he was surprised when he said you couldn't send him back until they all died. No one actually expected that. Even the girl herself was shocked.
Yeah, but
why did they want to send him back? We never saw a reason.
No, they wanted to send him back to get a new person, and they would give him all the material, like the gold or the silver and whatnot. They just wanted the silver for themselves and have a better start than everyone else.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I think her goal was get the upgraded armor, drug him, steal all his fucking money and his chainmail, and basically just leave him there with just the shield.
There's the implication that she wanted to pawn the stuff.
Yeah.
Because she asked how much is it worth pawning. Yeah. And then he says why, and she gives this weird BS excuse that, you'll soon have plenty of money to buy an even better suit.
No, it was because you would have to upgrade, which any MMO, RPG, or really any RPG, you constantly sell your gear in because
that's what I was
you're
saying.
Constantly getting upgraded gear.
I don't think you contradicted what Plot said at all.
Yeah, that's exactly. No. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I said. Eventually,
but it's not really a contrived reason. It's a good reason to ask how much it would sell in for.
Yeah, but it's all right. As you know, in any RPG, the money you get reselling stuff is normally absolute garbage.
Yeah, even in D&D, it's 50%. Like it being him getting it for 120 and it being able to sell back for 100.
It's a 200 And that was
Yeah, it was
only if
200.
new.
No, he said 100 only if new.
No, he said 200.
Yeah, it was 200.
That makes no sense because he bought it for 120.
No, he bought it for 220.
Ah. Either way, like, getting almost 90% back?
He said only if new, meaning if she never used it.
Yeah, which was obviously going to happen because she planned to literally drug him that night and steal it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, most people would say, isn't that a little soon in the adventure to...
No, not to a woman.
Oh, no, it's simple.
Well, actually, no, you're right. It's actually because the longer he's there, the more connections he have that defend his honor.
Yeah. You have to... And, oh, he got robbed. This guy who didn't know what the fuck was going on got robbed.
I mean, this is just
no one would be
matriarchy.
surprised.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Where did these...
Yeah,
here's the thing.
That
All right,
made that actually made no
The
goddamn
thing
sense.
is that it's a matriarchy, yet is led by a king. That makes no sense.
That's my point. It makes no sense.
That's
like,
that's the only thing.
Well,
that makes
here's
no
the
sense.
thing. That one yellow hair...
The only way it would make sense is if it was Freddie Mercury running it.
You mean not Mordred?
No, Freddie Mercury from Queen.
No, what Plot is saying.
No, No, we're talking about Freddie from Karate High School.
Yeah. I remember that. Oh gosh. Just Freddie Mercury is a random student in the background.
Yeah.
Did he ever even have lines in that?
I mean,
no.
I mean, while there's not Mordred inside Shield Hero, there's also not Guts inside Goblin Slayer.
Well, no, I was gonna say the immediate thing to point out is that he has a cooperative witness, the guy at the shop that sold him the armor, to point out the fact that that tunic that other dude was wearing was his armor.
Yeah, I know. I was like, there's plenty of shit he could do.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, they have no real justice system because he could have called in a witness, but he didn't. Like, there's obviously a huge issue there.
Yeah, it's a matriarchy.
Like, all right. Because immediately their reasoning for not believing him is because they found the underwear in his room, and I'm like, yes, but this other guy is now wearing his suit of armor, which makes it equally as likely someone went in there and planted stuff. Because if someone can do that, steal his clothes off him, then someone can also throw someone else's clothes in that room.
But didn't she also say that he came to her room? So how would her...
even the story doesn't add up.
I know. I laughed so hard. I was like, what?
They just can't... what's the word? They can't...
Logic.
And this is why...
No. There's another word that was used, like, when your story doesn't add up. Like, what was that word that was used with that woman with the that guy who's going to become a Supreme Court justice, and all her witnesses just didn't really corroborate. There he goes.
Corroborate,
the stories just weren't corroborating with each other.
We've said this word like 9 times
I
already.
Know. That's why
I was sitting here like surely doesn't mean corroborating because cooperate. Because we've said that like 10 times in the past 15 minutes.
I wasn't here for the past 15 minutes.
I swear this is just like the Kavanaugh hearings.
No, I joined I joined right as the streams hit 16 minutes or so.
It's 30 minutes in.
I'm pretty sure you didn't say corroborate.
Yes,
we did.
Well, he said corroborate, not corroborate.
Yeah, like, no, we actually said the proper word.
Oh, damn, corroborate.
But then again, leave it to a middle schooler to not pronounce words correctly.
We got Plot here, who's an eternal middle schooler. Oh, yeah. Oh.
The only person more chuny than me.
I mean, even though he's in middle school, he still makes more sense than you.
Yeah.
That's not hard to... That's not much of a benchmark now, is it?
When you're right, you're right.
All right, so I did just finish watching the entire episode. Really good.
Yeah. Like, there's a couple of issues that, if they're not handled, are going to make the show bad.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I agree with you, with what Stuffy was saying is if
agree.
this stuff isn't addressed, then the show is like gonna be like top tier plot hole problems everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Just like but it has a very strong first episode.
Listen,
so it has easily the potential to be really good.
Plot. It doesn't matter if there's plot holes because it doesn't contradict the themes. Thus, is no longer a problem.
Here's the thing: if he is conflicted about helping these people, there's a problem. Like the only person he should give a fuck about helping is the armor dude.
Yeah. Oh no.
It's like, armor bro, he should probably give a fuck about, like, that dude not dying. Everyone else, he shouldn't care.
Oh, I like how what Snob said. That was actually a really fucking good point.
Wait, has he talked about the show?
He already.
Yeah, and like it's half good points, half bad points, like every Snob video.
Yeah, but he made a really fucking good point. He was like, "Why the fuck are you giving them gold? You brought them here against their will." And to do everything like that, you should be providing all the armor and weapons for them.
You know, that's a very important thing because, like, knights and soldiers are given like their armor by this.
Yeah, they're assigned their armor.
Why would it would make sense to give them like provisional money to like go and like eat food, but like anyone else who works for the capital, but saying, here, go out, buy materials for yourself. I don't give a crap.
That's the thing also is it's really dangerous, even if you're well armed, to walk around with that much money.
Yeah,
I thought that was weird too.
Yeah,
I thought
there was, like, so
first thing when they gave him that giant sack, he was gonna immediately lose it. That's what
Snob pointed out some pretty good details inside there. I will not lie. Snob did point out some really good shit. There's also like, why not give like some soldiers to go under them instead of only people who are willing? Like,
so that was the weird thing was that for some reason the king hadn't set it up to where people would be divided evenly. He just said, let them go with whoever they feel like. Like, what if they all went with just Sword Dude? What if only Sword Dude had people?
See, that's the thing. That was deliberately set up so that Shield Hero would have to be Lone Wolf.
Yeah.
So,
like, I know exactly why it happened. That doesn't make it a good idea.
Yeah,
In fact, just having them go off on their own would have been a good idea. Having it be to where Shield Hero literally just gets fucked is bad.
Yeah, I mean, once Snob starts talking about the free market, then he fucks up, and it shows he doesn't understand anything about the free market.
Yeah.
Wait, he does. I need. Let's stream that. I want to see that.
It's fucking hilarious, dude. Because like,
it's Greece. They don't understand the free market to begin with.
Well, like, his reasoning is so fucking stupid.
He said it doesn't matter if they try to charge him 20 for 1 copper. It's the free market. They can charge whatever they want.
Yes, and the free market runs off of a set price based off of need.
Yeah.
Getting offered literally
10 times
what was it? Yeah.
Is not
constitutional. It was 20 times less.
10
times less. He got the other guy before him got a copper for 2.
Yeah, copper for 2.
Oh, was it 2?
Yo, okay, well, it was contradicting lines. I think they fucked up because
early on the lady said that one skin would be worth about 1 coin.
Yes, that's what they said.
There were a couple of contradictions.
Okay. Yeah, okay. They first said 1 skin.
That could just be the
coin.
dub or the translation.
Yeah, I know that could be the translation. It said 1 coin for 1 skin, and then they were saying it was 2 coins, or no, 1 coin for 2 skins. I was like, I think they.
I mean, that could also have been an influx. Yeah, an influx would cause the price to plummet because you still don't need more.
Yeah. Oh,
I just think that It's going to be another one of those shows that's going to be a super weird topic that you'll see people like Pedantic and Mother's Basement talk about and say, look at this slavery. Look at all of this stuff that's wrong societally.
So, Necro, how many videos are you going to get out of this?
0.
It's going to be Goblin 2.0.
Wait, everyone's saying the opening is good. Wait, what? I didn't
see an opening either.
Yeah,
Did they
I
release
didn't either.
one? I think they must have released it separate then. Hold on, let me look it up.
It's probably just like an online like PV.
Yeah, probably.
I mean-
thing of the shit.
I mean, it dropped.
Shield.
Episode
Hero.
1 or 2 drops Wednesday because this is the preview episode, so it's probably going to be numbered 0.
Oh, yep, there's an opening out. It wasn't.
Someone on the chat said, I read the spoilers for it on A, and I'm not sure if making sense is exactly what I'd call it.
Oh, dude, that's just light novels.
Well, that's true. I'm just like, it's like you were saying.
The opening was released like a week ago.
If they're actually able to like explain like how these people cooperated against him, or how it might have gone out of hand.
Yeah,
I mean,
I honestly think it's just
better explain the politics of the city.
Yeah,
this show has the potential to be really good.
Yeah, I know. I can understand how they how there was time for her to actually turn on them if they have one more person, because it could have been something they planned beforehand.
Yeah, there has to be a co-conspirator.
Yeah,
but there only has to be one.
I know, and as I was saying,
within that group itself, and then one other person.
Well,
no,
there only has to be.
No, it has to only be one person out of the group, and this is why. Because,
it doesn't even
finish. God damn. What I was saying is, she goes with them. And then another person goes up to like the people inside the group, like the freaking Lance guy, and then talk him into betraying them as a third-party person while they are training. Now I'm saying to betray them while they are all doing stuff, because that's the only time they are separate, and when they could even begin to actually starting to plan with them.
All right, so
I mean,
and it's important to take note of like a couple of the background characters we see in it, because we saw one like ninja-esque looking person.
I was about to say Domino Mask,
and then we saw the assistant to the king, who looks super shady.
Yeah, that's actually all you need. Like the ninja-looking person could plant.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 or 3 people in the background that we don't know how that, because I have a feeling the ninja-looking person's going to end up being an ally, though.
Yeah,
just based on the design.
I had that feeling as well.
Because just the character design says ally.
Yeah, too complicated to not be either ally or big villain.
No, it was.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was more of, because they were showing her at there, it would be way too blatant to say this is a villain. I would actually say that is terrible writing if that's what you did, because that would just be in your face. Hey, we're revealing the villain. Like
honestly, you know who I think the biggest ally is going to be? The shady fuck.
Yeah.
Like he's got to be the ally in it, or it's going to be way too obvious if he's a villain.
When you say the shady, do you mean the guy he meets at the end, or the guy that assists the king?
The guy that assists the king.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I was going to say, to be fair, the guy we see at the end of the episode, we know why he looks shady, because he is shady.
Yeah, like, there is no doubt why that dude is shady.
I know, he goes, hey, you want to buy some slaves?
I thought you were...
That's who Pedantic is going to call the Jewish person. Bet.
Well, he does have a big nose.
Yeah, see, that's...
Oh, there you go, big nose.
Yeah,
you know what?
A Jewish caricature. Here's
the thing.
All owe me $1.
You know what? I will take you up on that deal.
Yeah, I'll send a super chat for $1.30. No, sorry, $1.33, because 30% is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So here's a thing I was thinking of, because, all right, so they said they can't send him back to his world because anytime they try to summon anyone else, they would just get him again. right? If I understand this correctly.
I thought he.
I
just
think
said
it's just they
couldn't do it.
fucking send them. Yeah,
They said they couldn't do it because, or unless all 4 of those heroes died,
Yeah.
or unless they wiped out
No,
all of the
that's what,
waves.
Yeah, what they said was they couldn't send them back because you can't get anyone until all 4 die, or until they wipe out the waves.
basically you can't replace anyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these guys are not fodder.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it might have been the translation I was reading. I don't know, but that's for some reason what I read when I was looking at the translations. I'm like, I don't know.
But I mean, I'm just sitting there like,
Mother's Basement already.
why
made a
would
hot
you
take
have anyone be that Why would the Shielder class be that useless?
I don't know why people think the shield class is useless because they reference RPGs and stuff, but I'm like, but don't people know what a tank is?
Those are like some of the most useful fucking things in.
Yeah.
Well, I was sitting there, it's like, wow, they don't have a healer. But also, tanks are kind of shit for leveling. Like, it's a pain in the ass to level a tank.
Yes, but I'm just saying, if there's no healer, a tank is goddamn needed.
Yeah.
It's like he would be the most useful motherfucker there.
Except he's got shit damage for a tank. That's the thing.
If he's there to absorb damage.
Yeah, but a tank's job isn't to absorb damage as much as it is to mitigate threat.
Wait. 02 asked, what would you guys do in the shield
Not
hero
if you
situation?
aggro correctly.
And here's the thing. I mean, if you're going to be convicted of a crime, even though you didn't do it,
are we at what point are we talking? Because I wouldn't take it. If no one wanted to be with me at first, I wouldn't have pitched a bitch. I would have just gone and done my thing.
I mean, what I was saying is, I mean, if you're going to be convicted of a crime, you might as well do the crime.
So, because here's the thing: everyone in the kingdom's like, "Oh man, the shield class is terrible," but the only evidence we have for why they think that is because of what the the 3 people said in the room. Except the king ignored him at the beginning.
But this always runs into the thing of, I honestly believe the Japanese are just bad at video games.
Wait, are they? Well, because Korea is not considered to be really good.
Korean
I play a lot of
Japanese
Monster Hunter,
and type of places, you know?
if you end up in a group with Japanese players, they're not the best.
I mean, it's unironically true that Koreans are amazing at games because I remember when I was playing Warcraft 3 and we went into Fight of Characters, which is literally just a whole bunch. Hold on, let me finish. There's literally just a whole bunch of. Shut the fuck up, Kaiser. There's literally just a whole bunch of anime characters with no translation fighting each other. The Koreans dominate that game. Like, holy shit.
The thing is,
they have
I've been flipping you off the whole time.
When I was playing, I was considered one of the best American players of it, and then I fought like Korean people, and they actually got like I killed them twice, and they won with 20 kills, and I'm like, holy shit.
Joseph Stalin points out that the Japanese are superior when it comes to war crimes.
Yeah, well, one thing to know, though, when it comes to the Japanese, though, I think the one thing they are at least good at is their rhythm games.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's one of those things of Asian countries, generally you have one hobby. So, like...
Their hobby is being not getting enough sleep because they're at their job while not doing work.
I mean, if your main hobby is playing games, they're really good at fucking gaming. If their main hobby is anything else and they play games on the side, they're fucking terrible at video games.
That's the same for just about anybody.
Yeah, but it's a fucking meme that the Japanese can't play games. Because most games are Japanese imports at this point.
Except for DDR. That's the only thing that the Japanese not only win, but excel at.
Yeah. It's just like it's a fucking meme that the Koreans are great at games because a lot of games... Basically,
Zerg.
if it's run by Blizzard, the Koreans rock at it.
Zerg Rush.
If it's run by anyone else, no.
Zerg
Well,
Rush,
apparently they're also good at OSU. They are good at OSU.
No,
It
here's-
matters how much of a social thing you can make the game to people.
Here's the thing: in StarCraft 2, stuff like Zerg Rush and Kek and then all that shit are memes by Koreans.
Well, I mean, Kek became a meme
No,
because
I don't mean Kek as in like the laugh. I mean Kek as in the Kek, the fucking sound that all the Zergs make when doing a Zerg
Yep.
Rush.
yeah, like, but then again, Zerg Rush existed long beforehand. It was just on the tabletop instead of video games.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, for a while, Zergs weren't seen as all that useful until the Korean players figured out a way to not only make Zerg Rush viable, but extremely fucking good. But I mean, unless you are playing against someone who's actually skilled and knows how to destroy a fucking Zerg, you're seen as a noob now for using Zerg.
Which sucks because Zerg look fucking awesome.
Because you're seen as a noob because there are actual ways to fight off Zerg Rush, and you just wasted all your resources, and now they can beat you in that limited time easily.
So,
Well, I mean, you run in Zerg. The Zerg Rush always had the problem of it's easy to outflank, and if you have enough range, you can outflank and just sit there, and everything will die by the time it gets to you.
right.
Nice turnaround, by the way. Nice segue into talking about Koreans and how they're great at games.
Well, I mean, we could also say the Japanese are awesome at fighting games.
Oh my god.
Are they?
They are absolutely good. I remember I was playing Persona 4 Arena, and they were tweeting as they were beating my ass. Very serious.
Yeah, because, I mean, what's it called? It's just, what's it called? A fucking...
Atari Joy-Con control setups.
The
fighting
thing
game is pretty much just a rhythm game.
Well, there's also the fact that arcades are still a thing in Japan.
And it's still cool.
Seriously, I need to go to Japan. I love arcades.
It's literally what can be social, because video gaming in America isn't social anymore.
Not as much as it should be, probably.
Yeah. Like MMOs are almost antisocial now, and it sucks.
Oh man, do we have anything different to say about this Shield Hero? Because I can go on like a few more hours about this. It's just that.
I'm not going to be on for that long. I'm only going to be on until like maybe 6 o'clock.
Well, time.
It's 7:22 where we are, so
it's 8.
Okay,
now.
so it'll be 9 or 8 where you guys are.
It's 8 now.
No.
in Texas.
You're playing time zones with me here.
LOL, what are time zones?
Yeah, and who ever heard of time zones? Oh man.
What are you weird people? It's fucking.
In other words, like
I know
a
you
little
guys
bit less than 40 minutes.
What are these weird people talking about? It's 20.
What are you weird people talking about?
It's 20 o'clock.
It's military time or no time. Here.
2000 hours.
We're gonna go military time with this.
Fucking stuff you took what I was saying. What are you weird people talking about? It's fucking 3 o'clock here. Why are y'all in like the past?
I'm gonna
listen. It's like when you experience the New Year's twice. Come on, guys.
Hey, better for the people in Arizona, I'm sure.
When you're incrementally moving across the globe at the same rate, New Year's is spreading in time zones across the U.S. So you've experienced an infinite amount of New Years.
I mean, if you just keep going to the left on the Earth,
yeah, that's right.
You'll stay on New Year's if you want to.
That's right.
You can stay in New Year's for a whole year.
No, you can't. That's not how time zones work, dude.
At best, you could stay in it for 24 hours.
I don't know. No. Here's it just every time you go left, it just gets lower and lower and lower. So you can eventually just stay in there for about a week or so.
What is this? Xenon's refutation of motion? I'm gonna destroy you.
Oh no! Haven't you seen the Superman comics a long time ago when he traveled back through time just by going back time zones?
Yeah, but that's not how he did it. He did it by approaching the speed of light.
Yeah, see, if you just go past the time zones fast enough.
No, he spun so fast the Earth rotated backwards.
No,
Because
I swear that was just symbolic.
No.
Yeah, I
He
hope
won-
so. I hope so.
No, he's just
so
going through
stupid.
time zones.
Yeah, he just figured out that you can just go backwards in time if you just ignore time zones long enough.
After subjugating the Earth to enough torrential force to shift
know,
it
yeah.
backwards,
Yeah.
Superman saved everyone's
Basically-
life.
Yeah, basically just go all the way back in time and prevent Mother's Basement from being born.
Jeez, but then we wouldn't have good content like this.
Yep, that's
That's right.
Then we wouldn't have all this poorly researched shit on the internet.
Yep, well, something awful.
I mean, we'd have to stop a lot of people from being born for that to happen.
You know, like the bicycle pumps.
Oh my god, it's something awful. That eventually you will fall off the earth, idiot.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, the flat earthers are out here. Why don't they just get on a boat and just keep going,
Man,
and
I need to
eventually
make
they'll
that
go
video
off of
someday.
Listen,
Yeah,
What
you
is it?
really do need to.
what about the what something
A place further
Earth
than the
is?
universe is flat earther propaganda.
That's right.
Yes,
if
you
keep
have
going
to make
forward-
that video. That sounds hilarious.
Fine, I will make it. But for literally nothing else besides the title.
I can just imagine seeing that, if even just like on Mallet's or no, now our anime, people would be like, "What the heck is this?"
No, the thing is, our anime is the only subreddit I will say is spurgier than its 4chan equivalent.
Yeah.
So they won't even catch that as fucking a
Satire.
joke.
I mean,
right.
thankfully, r/anime added a satire tag. Now I can put it at satire so they can understand it's fucking satire.
Here's the thing: r/anime needed to put in a satire tag. just let that sit.
I'm just trying to remember all the stuff that I saw got like taken off r/anime for spoilers, like stuff from like shows from like 10 years ago.
The Animes was the same way.
It's like episode. This is episode 1 of a show from 10 years ago, guys. Come on.
Dude,
They
like I said,
anything that's
fucking-
not in the first 5 minutes is spoilers.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Like, dude, it's bad when you're more autistic than A.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen. The people on our anime are like 13 years old, and
Yeah.
half the time have never watched an anime before.
Oh no, hold on.
Yeah, I know about how often Sword Art Online is brought up as a good anime instead of
Or just
this is
as-
actually just not.
Or for reference on the show, the channel. I know it's
It's like, is there anything like Attack on Titan? Dude, literally 90% of anime is like
No,
Attack on
I was
Titan.
laughing when I put a Nextaku video on r/anime once.
look up anything
and they
from the
said-
90s.
no, hold on.
Congratulations, you did it.
No,
you
no,
found
no.
a
Okay,
good
here's the
Attack on
thing.
Titan.
I laughed so hard when I put Nextaku on r/anime before. It's like Nextaku is funny, but his content is mostly for people like 9 years old, which is not us. So if you put it up here, don't expect to get upvotes. And I'm like, you're telling me that r/anime doesn't have 9-year-olds?
Yeah, like, that's a gross overestimation of their, like, community.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm in his patron Discord. There's not a single. Okay, no, there's like only 3 people who are underage, and they are 16 and 17.
Yeah, but see, you have to have a credit card to put it
Hold on.
to like donate to Patreon. Remember?
You said underaged.
Yeah,
Okay, in most states,
I'm
16
saying
is
under
the legal
18
age.
when I
Oh,
say underage.
under 18. Okay.
Yep.
So
The
under everybody's perceived legal age.
Yeah, people who aren't adults.
The point being that the Reddit is like the spurgiest place. It's really sad watching when people say, "What's a good show?" I watched. I think most of the time it's Naruto for the first time. What's the equivalent? It's like the most frequently appearing thing on our anime, and I'm like, this person has joined a Reddit for all things anime because they watched one.
Well, see, my thing is,
that's such a weird mentality.
I don't know. You should, if they like Naruto, then that means they must like Boku no Hero Academia.
They might like Boku no Pico.
As I was
honestly, from now on, that's going to be my suggestion whenever I see that on our anime is Boku no Pico.
Yeah.
Well, it's like anything that has Boku in it, just go ahead and just recommend that Boku no Pico to them.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's the same thing, right?
I think they get you like immediately on
the same bad weeby music for the open.
Boku no Pico Academia.
I think you would get banned for trolling.
Yeah, instead of Deku, you just get the little
fucking
Bakugo boy. Yeah.
It's a good thing I have a lot of emails.
No, like, my I think was was my hero thing. I know Chandler uploaded it to the site, and he put spoiler in the title, but didn't put it in the tag.
Oh no!
And people got mad because the name itself is a spoiler, apparently.
Yep, the name itself.
Oh shit! You mean All for One versus One for All is a spoiler?
I thought that was a Three Musketeers reference.
It is.
I know. I'm just being sarcastic.
But no, Reddit's fucking retarded if you want to discuss anything. Because there is no way to discuss certain key aspects of a show without spoiling something.
All right. So what is it? I discovered what is it? The 4chan for like discussions on like electronics.
You found tech?
Yeah. And it's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because it's people like talking about floating point integers while cussing each other out. I'm like,
dude, I'm telling you.
Come on.
4chan is amazing. You just have to sift through the shit.
I'm like, I was looking at like them arguing between like different protocols that you can call on microcontrollers, and then they were insulting each other back and forth.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's like, don't be
fucking TG is like the best thing because you can discuss Dungeons and Dragons while calling someone a nigger.
Hey, don't get a strike.
Oh shit, sorry. I can't believe I was the one that did it this time.
See, I was trying to not use
because here's the
thing. Make sure we're not demonetized.
Okay, here's the thing.
The hard R, thanks.
Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. That freaking
Reddit?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like, we were trying to avoid so many different words this time.
Because here's the thing, that very last...
Don't do it, Stuffy!
No, here's the thing, that very last podcast actually got demonetized, and it has, like, 0 dislikes.
I don't even think we really said anything bad on that last one.
Oh, then you need to rewatch it. Holy shit.
But no, like, yeah, 4chan is where you go for discussion because it is both the most civil discussion and the most uncivil discussion.
I love it.
It's weird because all right, if you can't go to like Reddit for discussions about technology, even on like technology forums. It's terrible.
It's so many people who love the science instead of actually want to learn.
Oh yeah, I saw that from PewDiePie.
I was literally going through it and looking up terms that they use, and I'm like, I learned a whole bunch while just parsing out phrases I didn't know.
Yeah.
While reading people insult each other.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Like you don't know how to use floating point integers on a microcontroller. What are you, some kind of foreign refugee? I'm like, what?
Wow. Okay, do y'all have any last things to say about Shield Hero?
It's good. Watch it. That's it.
Should we start?
Yeah, like
getting into.
I would definitely recommend to watch it. It's going to be worth watching.
Yeah. Here's the thing: it's going to more than likely be the most watched thing this season.
Yes.
Also, you're guaranteed to either get room level of awesome or actually good.
Yeah. It's you better just watch it because of Mundane Matt. Trigger the libs.
I love making that reference.
Then he's not even there. Now he's not even here.
Yeah, I know. I love making that reference because it's just so fucking stupid. Okay.
You mean Bernie Bro saying trigger the libs? Yeah, it was fucking stupid.
Trigger the libs. Own the libs. And he's nowhere to be found on Twitter. Thanks.
Wait, did he get banned?
Yeah. You got banned.
Yes.
There we go, finally.
He picked up way too many boulders, man.
So,
Hey.
is he just no longer after his verified checkmark now?
He is nowhere to be found on the website.
Oh, poor Matt Jarbo.
Yep.
So-
all those boulders, they were too heavy. He collected far too many in a short amount of time.
See, I thought Carrie Fisher just choked him out.
Carrie Fisher's dead and she chokes him out.
There's no way he could afford.
Give him a force choke.
There's no way he could afford to pay Carrie Fisher enough to choke him out for his fetish.
There's no way he could afford to pay her to return from the dead.
Okay, so
Thanks, Kaiser. You killed it.
Carrie, I need one more job for you. Can you
just come back?
Just a quick second. I need you to.
Okay.
I need you.
We need to get rid of another hut.
We need the Gamergate 2 so you can get it to Mr. Trump, please.
Okay, guys.
With like Jabba the Hutt.
It's bad. Yeah, that's his campaign right there. We need to get Gamergate 2 over to Mr. Trump right now.
Okay, so are y'all
The national
watching
emergency.
this?
Okay. What are you saying, Unknown? What?
I mean, I shared screen so y'all can see.
Don't yell.
Yeah.
Alright.
We're gonna
Dead
go,
alive for me.
We're gonna
so
go
far.
through. Is there any ones that y'all see interesting to talk about and what you are gonna watch?
Dead alive. Maybe that A1 picture
wait,
shit.
there's going to be a new season
I mean-
of Data Live?
Yeah.
Ueno-san, because it's kind
Yeah,
of...
I'll be watching that.
Here's the
I'll have
thing.
to rewatch the.
Yeah, I'll have to watch both seasons.
Here's the thing, though. The new season of Data Live, I've seen people compare it to
No,
like,
I don't want it.
animation
I don't-
to hentai.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
I'm going to watch
I'll
Promise
fucking-
Neverland and Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah, I want to see. I've heard good things about
One of
Promised
them will
Neverland.
ruin Neverland for me.
Bang
Oh.
Dream second season.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'd have
Yes.
to watch the first season.
Yes.
All right, I'll probably watch Mob Psycho after it finishes airing.
You know what? Fuck that.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I
watch
would do.
Dimension High School where the with the awful CG in it.
So, yeah.
Go down.
No, you know what? I'm going to watch
man.
Trinity 7
Yeah.
movie 2.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Oh,
to
God, I love Trinity 7.
Maho Sojo. Check it out.
Just go look at Dimension High School if you
I'm
come
gonna
across it.
watch Ueno-san, that's for sure.
Dimension High School.
Also, Watashi wa whatever that fucking thing
Kimono
is.
Friends 2.
Kaguya-sama Wants to Be Confessed to I'll probably watch.
Okay, Dimension. Here it is. Dimension. Wait, what? That doesn't.
It's so bad that it might be good.
It doesn't look like anime.
No, this is the thing. They get teleported to the ultimate isekai world where it's
Wait, is it
horrible
that
CG
one where
anime.
it's like it's
a talking
fucking
rock,
real
yes.
life and then it's 3D CG?
Yes, it is that one.
Oh god, that looks so fucking terrible.
The ultimate twist: the anime characters are brought into the real world where they have to be made fun of for being 2D.
Like,
Oh my
looks like
Dude,
shitty-
it's fucking
they look-
hilarious.
Yeah, they look like shitty Kizuna Eye like CG characters.
Okay,
They're
I-
talking to
I'm doing it too.
So they look like Netflix adaptations.
Okay,
yes.
I put that on plan. Okay, I put that on plan to watch because that just sounds like a mad.
Yeah, like
It's like
honestly,
a train wreck.
if we could, I would say we need to live stream the first episode because it's just going to be so fucking terrible.
Yes.
I'm super pumped to see this awful shit happen.
Yes, this looks. I don't know why, but you guys have sold me on this terrible.
I'm gonna watch the first episode and probably not watch another episode.
I'm gonna watch quite a bit of it.
All right.
That's all I'm excited about. Just kidding. I don't know. I have to look through the list
I'm sure.
again.
I'm sure a lot of people are gonna leave bad reviews for Kimono Friends #2 already.
Oh yeah, that absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's getting bombed.
Yeah.
Because there's no way to actually do Kimono Friends successful again.
Well, you can. It's just they got rid of the person that was responsible for it.
Yeah. I mean,
The whole the whole not no Tano Shi meme.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, let me look how.
Okay, yeah,
What
fuck
is
it, I
its
don't care
rating?
about
I want to see. It's not showing what its rating is.
well,
It shows
Kimono Friends is kind of in that weird spot of.
It shows. Okay, well, actually, if
I'm gonna troll
Nada ratings for.
I'm gonna troll everyone and put a 10 out of 10 for Dimension High School.
Dimension High School. It's going to be. You know what? If it actually turns out hilarious, I will.
Honestly, I'm calling it now. That's going to be this season's Pingu in the City.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the new Kimono Friends. See, you want to need Kimono Friends too. We got our new one, Dimension High School.
Like that's the thing. It's going to be the shitty show that memes to the top.
Yes. Let it happen.
I've
So,
already
Necro,
used it because I gave it a 10.
So, Necro, is it safe to say you're already preemptively preparing yourself for the hot take of Jeff's bad opinion on Shield Hero?
Yes, I'm already doing it.
Okay, so
You're already
I already know he's going to say something that is a nuclear take, but I can't do another video like that again.
I mean, would you rather just do a video where instead of refuting his opinions, you just make fun of him for like 30 minutes?
You know what? I could just sit there and be a yes man to it. I'll just be like, yeah, that's totally right, Mother's Basement. Just this is going to be a more positive Necro this year.
I mean, I'd pretty much do the same thing as I did with the Goblin Slayer one. I'm not even going to give him a full video, like completely detailed. I probably
that's the only way you're going to get the views, though.
What is doing a response like how I did before?
Of just like a response like Necro did.
No, I mean,
I'm probably going to watch Hago and Gambling.
No, here's the thing, Plot. The response I did to Mother's Basement got decent amount of views.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking the other video that didn't.
Yeah, the one that is fully edited and took like weeks to make, the freaking trap one. Yeah, that didn't do well.
Yeah, though.
To be fair, that's partially because it came out weeks after that fucking episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, you came to me a little too late, man.
Uh-oh.
Like, that's the thing. When it comes to AnyTube at this point, you just have to do hot takes.
Yeah, no, I meant your how to start your anime.
Oh yeah, that
video.
I did so much effort into that video, and I try to push it out as fast as I can. And whatchamacallit?
You got like 1.7 thousand.
No, I think it's around 2,000 right now. I was so disappointed. And I was like, that is like the most effort I put into any video, and it did like it's okay. I'll say that.
You know, he's speaking of that. Are you still talking about that trap video?
No, this one was something else. Hold on, let me look it up real fast. How many views it got? I'm talking about.
Show us the numbers.
Like, I'll probably watch Boogie Pop just because I love weird shit.
I put it on break so they can't see this real fast.
Oh my! Oh
What are you
wait,
hiding? Don't hide things to your face.
I mean, he's
hides my
had to
email.
cut the stream short several times because of porn.
No,
So
I was hiding my email.
I was just kidding. Okay, I got it. I was just making a funny, and you ruined it. I'm just kidding. I need some drinks.
I'm trying.
That's right. I forgot. I meant to ask Stuffy. Have you seen this video?
Yeah. Oh wow. No. Okay. It only was 1.7 thousand. God damn. Yeah. It didn't do too well. 17 minutes of nonstop everything. And
I'll probably check it in a bit then.
Oh, the thing I sent you is like a minute long or less.
I was supposed to make a follow-up.
I'm not sure if I saw it or not.
So YouTube decided to do an experiment. I was supposed to make a follow-up, but there wasn't enough people that talked about it on Twitter for me to do a follow-up. I had only about 10 examples, and I could not stretch that out long enough. But yeah, whatever. Let's talk about any other thing. I'm definitely going to be watching Kakegurui.
Yeah, I'll
Why?
probably Ahegao and gambling.
No, it's because
Do I need another reason?
No, because I'm doing a video showing why
Kaiju, but
Kakaguri fucking sucks.
Is that the gambling thing?
Yep, the
Yes.
gambling orgasm.
That looks
man.
super trashy.
Yes.
It doesn't look super trashy. It looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
It just isn't.
Like, it's kind of the thing of if they do good, it will be awesome. If they don't do good, it'll still be hilarious because it's hilariously awesome. It's hilariously bad.
Yeah.
It looks so trashy.
Dude, there's a girl who fingers herself with a revolver.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go to.
Okay, you know what? That is slightly good. That's pretty good.
Like, that was in the first season. It's like,
That was
okay,
in
this show
episode
has
4
won me over.
specifically.
Wait,
All
how
she needs
is-
to do is
how
pull her double trigger.
All right, how is it that Mother's Basement thinks that's okay, but Goblin Slayer isn't?
Oh, no, he did like 3 videos on why Kakaguri is bad, except for the OP. And the OP is legitimately pretty awesome.
Okay, no, here's the thing. Mother's Basement said it was bad, but for nonsensical reasons.
You mean because it's not as good as KG?
Kaiju.
You know, the thing that almost everyone says is a masterpiece?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's-
that's one thing. But he also implies if you cheat,
Or at least
it
yeah.
makes the gambling worse.
Half the point is the cheating.
Yep, and he actually
Yep.
makes the statement: if you're cheating, you made the anime worse.
You ain't cheating, you ain't shying.
No.
Tell
Their
that
entire-
to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, their entire.
Well,
Think about
Mother's
that can't be worse. That saved his life. You know.
Dude,
Well,
holy
no,
fuck.
that's kind of the thing is, like, the entire first series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is literally just who can cheat
I
better.
haven't seen
And
it yet, but I've heard.
yeah, and Yugi himself has a literal cheat item. The Millennium Puzzle literally boosts his luck.
A crazed viewer says, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard Boogie Pop is really boring. I saw Mother's Basement had a take on Boogie Pop.
Like,
Boogie
the thing is, Boogie Pop is supposed to be weird.
Yeah, it's a reboot, isn't it? Or is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
wanted to
believe
make
so
sure.
because I believe there was a short series of it before.
And,
Yeah, there
like,
was.
Yeah, oh yeah, I that is also true. I found out the other day that Pedantic's GF makes videos too and is even more SJW than Pedantic is. Yeah, that's true.
yeah, we
Hilarious.
already know.
Where do you think he fucking gets all of his source material?
I
It's
mean,
actually kind of pathetically sad.
We're talking
That's where
about
he gets all his source material
Wait,
from.
we're talking about Zaria, right?
Yeah.
I was about to
Yeah.
say, are we just going to EFAP Zaria's content and make fun of him?
Ew.
It's like,
I wouldn't
basically
mind.
EFAP without us actually making without us actually making points.
What?
Oh,
Just
no,
make
we
fun
make-
of him. Just
we
make
we
fun
make
of him.
point. We can still do that, JonTron.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
later though.
Oh my god. Honestly, Donkey had the best reaction to the JonTron drama
Oh,
of just play it up to 11.
didn't he like make a video saying I can't associate with him, but it was like a joke video?
Yeah, it was a complete joke video.
Yeah, I remember that.
My favorite part is JonTron literally put Donkey, I love your content. I'll watch all your videos. And then like a month later he put, Donkey, you are a blank. Starts with N. And he's like, which is horrible because as everyone knows, I'm really Puerto Rican and he's just a fat white guy.
I was pretty sure that other JonTron tweet was like edited and fake.
It was.
Yeah,
That's
why,
the joke.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't recall. I was just like,
Like the entire joke is that
Everyone's
so much of
overreacting.
it. Yeah.
That's why it's so funny. It's literally making fun of everyone else. Alright, I mean, have you all heard of like some of these other ones? Like, I know everyone's gonna like the top 3. I know I'm going to be watching. Dead Alive.
I'm going to check out Kaguya-sama because I really don't feel like reading the manga, but I also want to read the manga. But I also want to like check it out.
all right, I'm
A1
gonna watch.
Pictures? That's a bit of a turnoff already.
I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna...
but recently A1's had a couple. A1's kind of that weird thing where they do so much
listen.
that
It's just the McDonald's
shit.
of anime.
Listen,
well, it's literally the law of averages. And it could be worse.
I mean,
Like, Polygon Pictures is literally the Olive Garden of anime.
I mean, it could be worse.
So what would Toei be then?
Toei is
That
like
would be the Kmart.
the Taco Bell at a vegan.
No, they're the fucking crystals of anime.
Crystals?
Yeah.
Toei.
You get them once every 6 months because crystals fucking kick ass, but then you remember why you don't eat them.
Listen, we all know A1 Pictures is the best studio ever. They created Darling in the Franxx, which inspired Neon Genesis Evangelion.
See, here's the thing.
That's why
I actually legitimately thought you were going to say they created Origaru.
Okay.
No.
I mean, look,
Plot. Why are you reading out my script?
I mean, think about it for a second. Do you think that if Darling in the Franxx was actually bad, that Netflix wouldn't just pick up Evangelion? Come on. I mean, think got more sense.
I was going to go with if you thought Darling... No, wait. Never mind.
If you thought Darling in the Franxx was good, you must think Evangelion is good.
Well,
oh, wait.
Not so Fuji is in love with
No,
his
Darling in the
teacher,
Franxx
Hina.
was...
Attempting
It's
to
worse than
forget his
Evangelion.
feeling towards her, Natsune goes to a mixer with his classmate where he meets an odd girl named Ryu Tachibana. In a strange turn of events, Ryu asks Natsu to sneak out with him and do her a favor to surprise her at their destination's Ryu's house and request for him to have sex with her. There's no love behind the act. She just wants him to learn from experience.
Alright, so that's going to be the 5-minute hentai show for this season?
Yeah, thinking...
Yeah, apparently.
Ah, shit. Hold on.
How does this description just keeps going?
Yeah.
No, the Keijo anime was actually bad compared to the
Thinking it might
manga.
help him forget about Hina, Natsune hesitantly agrees. After an unusual encounter, now faces a new problem with his father remarrying. He ends up with a new stepsister. Unfortunately, he knows these two girls all too well. He soon finds out his new siblings are none other than Hina and Ryu.
Wait, is this fucking Kiss X Sis?
Oh my, no, this is hilarious.
No, it's a show.
No, okay, now this sounds like a hilarious plot. The girl he is in love with and the girl he slept with now become his step siblings.
Wait, how?
Yeah, this just sounds like Kiss X Sis.
Woo! Wait, the weirder question here is, how did his parents get married and him not have ever met the rest of the family?
It literally just said his father remarried just now.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, what kind of backward society where you don't ever meet the people your parents were dating until they're already married?
You know, put adding this to the watch list.
You know, it just sounds so ridiculous that I want to watch it.
Yeah, like, I think there's going to be a couple of shows that we have to do a Let's Watch together to laugh at.
Oh, God.
That literally sounds so ridiculous that I want to watch it.
Please be more Kiss X sex scenes, please. Yes.
You guys are leaving off the most important shows of the entire season.
Like Gotobu no Hai Naomi.
Nope, it's all the hentai that's coming out. Okay.
Wait,
you mean that off?
No, that we literally just talked about one of them.
No, that's not good enough. That's like bullshit.
Look, 5 minutes is all you need.
No,
I'm talking about the ones by like Pink Pineapple and T-Rex.
Or
wow.
Or you mean a Shield Hero?
Yes,
that's right.
Oh damn!
Like this one, Bitch Tacoin.
It's Mob Psycho 102. Yeah, I'm definitely watching that.
Yeah, like
I'm on my way out. So I'm just gonna give a list of which ones I'm gonna watch in order: Data Live, Kaguya-sama, Domestic, Gotoboon, Ueno-san.
we're getting.
Watch Mob Psycho 100 or just die.
Why? Mob Psycho is only decent.
I don't know. I've almost died twice, so I think I'm good.
You've almost died twice. Oh my.
Yep, heart attack.
No, I'll give Mob Psycho the good.
Check out Matt's side.
Just because of Reagan.
Anyways, later, guys. I'm heading out.
Bye-bye.
But you can never leave.
All right.
I know. I don't want to be separated from you either.
Like, yeah, I'll probably watch Gotobon.
Oh yeah, actually, what's your opinion on the new NEP game?
It's actually it's all right, but it's got a lot of glitch issues, and I don't know what they're saying, so I don't know what the story is.
What?
It's actually pretty fun. Yeah, that's kind of what I do.
How's the gameplay for you?
The gameplay is pretty almost seamless, but it has some glitch issues and no transitions.
Here's all you should do. What you need to do is stream with Libido Common. He speaks Japanese.
Yeah. Ooh.
He reads it. He knows how to read it.
Well,
so,
yeah, he knows how to read.
Well, then you would be able to help me get the game done faster, because I've been futzing around trying to figure out where to fucking go.
Yep. Yeah, just try to stream with Libido.
He's in that. He's in what's this new Discord? So just talk to him.
You mean that YouTube echo chamber?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a secret Discord. Stop saying it.
Oh, sorry.
No, wait. Is that actually?
You guys kept spamming it, so I had to join it.
I was about to say.
Yeah. Oh.
Anytime I hear secret Discord, it immediately sounds gay.
It is. I literally.
That's loud.
Like the
Yeah, that's one of the farthest form of participation I've gotten into it is actually just joining it itself because it sucks.
Anyways, I'm outie. I'm gonna eventually do a couple videos on that stupid show, Zombieland Saga. Later, guys.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I was talking to Libido Common, and he said he's going to be actually translating the episode because Crunchyroll didn't exactly
for zombie. You mean for Zombieland Saga, right?
Yep.
Right.
Libido Common's actually going to be translating it.
Yeah.
And with the conversation I was having with him, I don't think Zombieland Saga has Lily as trans.
Yeah, from everything I read, it was very, very vague language.
Yeah.
Like, one person put up that she was upset that she had a masculine-sounding name.
Yeah.
Well, because she basically her career is being a child actor who looks like a little girl, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
also, let's not forget, we need to remember the most important part of this season. That time I got reincarnated as a slime is still continuing.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, how many episodes is it gonna get?
20, either 24 or 26.
Oh, that's nice.
Run with the Wind's all right.
Yeah,
it's still going, I think.
Rail going. Index is Index.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they said
JoJo's is JoJo's.
I thought they were saying there's another Plastic Memories.
Yeah. Oh, plastic memories. Oh wow, you're talking about that? Oh my god.
Let's see.
You know, there are two series that have plastic in their name that I'm familiar with: Plastic Memories and Plastic Nason.
Oh, I love Plastic Nason. Oh man, it's so much of a fucking.
Oh no! Yeah. She just like starts sticking a fucking bag in between her thighs and just starts shaking her ass at the camera, saying "Oh no!"
Yeah, pretty much doing a JoJo punch, but with her ass. Shin-Chan's still going.
Oh.
Wait, when did we start talking about Keijo?
Classic Nason.
Yeah, they did the Keijo before Keijo was cool.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Keijo was never cool. That's why that shit's getting canceled.
No.
Been canceled.
Yeah, it's canceled.
It's been canceled.
Like once every 3 months, a new chapter drops.
No, here's the thing.
Because it's supposed to end at 177.
It was the ultimate meme of the show. I know people who are like prudes who like the show because it's so stupidly.
Yes, I love it because of it. But what I was saying, to say it was canceled because the show wasn't good is a little disingenuous because it was set up to be canceled before the anime was even dropped.
It was guaranteed. The anime was guaranteed to fail. You literally start halfway through the current.
I mean, I don't know. I still like the anime, but what I was saying is, what's it called? Like it was already not going to continue because of they were going to drop it. They were already
it had low sales. It was literally the anime would have either boosted sales or it was going to get dropped.
It was no matter what, they were dropping it. That's the thing. You can't say that, because the anime was bad, thus it was having low sales, thus they're dropping it. No. Before the anime was made, they already said they are dropping it. And no matter what, they are still dropping it. Even if it just became a breakout success, they were still dropping it.
You realize it continued for 2 years after the anime came out, right?
You do realize I'm not saying that once the anime was done, thus that's when it stopped. I'm saying they already had it planned to be canceled.
Yeah, but when they plan for something to be canceled, it's for like 3 months out, not 2 years.
Yeah, you get 10 issues.
No, they they planned it to be canceled that long ago. It was literally that was announced before the anime was even announced.
Yeah, the exact chapter number, 177.
Whatever.
It's at 166, at least as far as manga readers shows.
Yeah, it's got like 11 chapters, but they're coming out pretty slowly. I think it's getting canceled for health reasons. Same thing that happened to Bleach. Like, people don't realize Bleach was still horribly popular.
Mm-hmm.
It got canceled because Tite Kubo's health was terrible.
I mean, well, then again, Bleach was better than Naruto and One Piece.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Yeah, it was.
He means the anime.
Yeah.
Well, please stop meaning the anime. I know you do it to piss people. It's just really annoying.
Also, even its anime was pretty fucking terrible too.
Yeah, let's be fair. It got really terrible.
Yeah, if you have a low IQ.
No, dude, literally, there's no continuity to it.
Yeah,
like, maybe it would be good if they went back and tied it.
Kite it?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Kai.
I don't know what you...
Yes.
You just need a really high IQ for this.
Oh, you need a really high IQ to understand Bleach.
What is it, 3 filler arcs just during Waco Mundo?
You mean the stuff you don't have to watch?
Yeah, pretty much.
Except it's just they start randomly inside the arc. They don't fit anywhere in the timeline.
That's because they weren't.
They make no. They make less sense in the timeline than the movies. All right.
I mean, that's because they aren't part of the story.
Then why are they there?
No shit. Yeah.
Don't give.
You still have to judge the show by it. Because they are part of the fucking show.
No, what I know, like I said that like a long time ago in a podcast. You can still judge it, but I wouldn't say you can go say, well, this being in here breaks the continuity. And I was like, no.
Except it does.
Not really.
Well,
yeah.
For example, look at like was it the Naruto filler? It's terrible, but it all takes place in like the time skips.
Hey, Curry of Youth is canon.
It's more of
I don't know which one that is.
The broccoli one.
Yeah, the one where Broccoli eats curry and gets like fucking drunk off it or something.
I mean, here's the thing.
And I know the one where someone was like injected with like Ninetales chakra, but not like the way Naruto was supposed to be canon as well.
I mean, the whatchamacallit, the Kakashi face mask doesn't fit with continuity. You want to know why? They did it twice.
No. I'll be back.
They tried it happened twice to see Kakashi's face. That makes no sense.
Except the first time they didn't see his face.
Yes, but
like that's the fucking joke of the entire episode.
Yes, but here's the thing about it. If you watch how both of them started, they start exactly the same, with Sasuke not wanting to do it, and then like, but don't you want to see his face? Weren't you always wondering what his face is? And then it pretty much acts
probably
as if
super normal. That's like the
What I was saying is they were doing this as if this was the first time they ever done it on the second time. And it makes no sense that this is the first time if they are doing it again.
Oh my god. What? But it's not an entire. It still would fit with continuity because they still did not see his face.
Yeah, it doesn't.
How can they do it both first times? Both of the episodes were the first times they're doing it. How is that possible?
Still talking Naruto?
You have no right to complain, Kaiser.
Yeah, like seriously.
I'm just fucking making sure that I'm still on track. You're still talking about Naruto because that's
Yeah.
what it,
You know what? Hold
So
on,
I
hold
didn't-
on.
I
This
never-
is- this
I
is
never-
way
Do
off
they
topic.
explicitly say it was the first
Hold on,
time
we are
both
way
times?
off topic. We're still talking about the 2019 winter anime. Let's go back to that. We can finish this.
Like literally
conversation
half
after.
of these are going to be trash.
Yeah. All right. I've heard good things about Promised Neverland,
Yeah,
and so
and Kaguya-sama I've heard good things about. It generally has a thread dedicated to it that hits bump
yeah.
with minimal waifu posting.
Let's see. Mob Psycho. It's decent, so I'll watch it once the season's over.
I'll watch it as soon as I finish the first season.
Let's see.
I think that there's a show that's coming out this season called Circlet Princess, and it has it has an okay like character design, but I just think it's gonna be fucking terrible.
Let me look.
I remember laughing my butt off at Data Live when I was like 17 or 15. I don't know.
Yep.
So
You
I'm
mean
gonna watch
in the
that,
future?
'cause-
I mean, I'm gonna have to watch 2 seasons of Data Live
No, you don't have
before
to.
I can watch this.
Here, let
No.
me go ahead and just help you out here. Don't watch it.
No, fuck you.
Okay.
You're gonna have to
No,
watch.
that's it.
No, here's the thing. You're wrong because
It's like dumb fun. It's like this silly, stupid crap.
okay. Here's the
Um,
thing, Stuffy. You're gonna have to watch 2 seasons, 2 OVAs, and a movie.
Yeah,
Wait,
fuck
what?
that.
What? I didn't realize that it went this deep. Holy crap!
What, you didn't know that?
The story
just want-
itself isn't that deep. It's just they kind of took the same character designer from the Neptunia series and said, "Hey, you want to make this anime about these aliens, quote unquote?" That
Yeah, I
fall
saw
from this
one episode
shit?"
of this
Oh,
show.
Yeah,
Idea
it's
Factory
that.
is
So,
great,
Tsunako,
though.
so they got
It's
Tsunako.
stupid. It is super stupid.
Yes.
The show is super dumb.
Oh
No,
my God,
the
Tsunako.
Okay.
fun of the show is
If I
you
have
watched,
seen the first episode of the first season, how much am I going to be missing just jumping straight in?
Probably none.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You'll miss nothing but jokes.
Yeah, it's like high school DxD
No,
or
you
high school
miss a lot of
DD.
characterization.
Yeah,
Oh my!
yeah, characterization. And by that he means like them rubbing lotion on each other on the
No.
beach.
Oh
You
yeah.
miss-
Obligatory beach episode.
No, you miss.
You miss.
No,
No, you just miss out on the silly antics of some of the weird side
No,
characters.
you missed all of Toga's backstory, where not backstory, the things about what's his name? I can never remember the main character's name. Shiro.
See, that's how great it is. You don't even know.
Hold
his
on,
name.
we're talking about high school DD. You mean Issei?
No, what?
What?
No one
We're
even
not
mentioned High School D.
I have.
Wait, we're talking
Yeah,
about
he-
Monster
he-
Musume. Do you
he-
mean Darling-kun?
Yeah.
darn.
No
Wait,
one
we're
fucking-
talking about Darling in the Franks.
Everybody comes full circle.
You don't remember?
No,
Wait,
you
we're
remember
talking about
the fun-
Evangelion. Do we mean bitch? I mean Shinji?
Yeah,
What the fuck? What
Get
the
in the
fuck
robot.
Unknown. Are we talking about Monster Musume?
Yeah, he lost
Okay, you're talking about Kimihito.
Yeah.
What about
Kaiser,
Samurai?
I think you might actually be retarded.
Because everybody keeps fucking saying shit. I don't know what the fuck you're
How
talking
the fuck
about.
do you start the bit and lose track of it?
We never lost it, I don't think.
I think he unknowingly thought of the bit and not just he legit.
Yeah,
This wouldn't have happened if
fuck?
Necro didn't mention high school DD.
I did.
Okay, so Necro started the bit.
Yeah, I did.
Still, how do you lose track of the bit?
I never lost track. We always are on track.
No, we're not talking about you, Necro.
Listen, but you
We're
guys
talking
are
about
always on
Kaiser.
track. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Kaiser, have you gone to get an IQ test lately? I'm kind of curious now.
It's no.
Did it come back negative?
Negative 69. Yeah, that's my test score. Negative 69.
It's Kaiser's fault for just immediately perking his ears up the second he hears High School DxD, even though it's a passing reference. Like, no, we are not talking about that crappy show, all right?
It pretty much goes, hey, you have another
We're not talking
girlfriend.
about
What is
that crappy
this?
show. We're talking about this.
We're talking about a different.
This crappy show.
We're talking about 10 different crappy shows.
I mean, I've seen enough of these shitty shows that we could keep this going. It's just like none of their protagonists have memorable names.
Yeah.
Because none of their protagonists are memorable.
I just
No, Darlington. We've got Darlington.
No, it's
That's
Shido. Toga
from Data Live.
Yeah, we're talking about Data Live.
Oh, wow.
We're all talking about Data Live because we're talking because we're talking about season 3 and all this shit. You know, that's coming out. You know, the airing anime. You know, the thing that the topic is about.
But if you guys weren't talking over each other, it would be easy to understand that shit.
We weren't.
We weren't.
Yes, we were.
No, we
No,
weren't.
we changed it. You fucking autist.
Oh my god. Yeah, well,
anyway,
I'm in a club for autists, so I think you got some problems there.
I mean, this is definitely on the scale.
Wait, you guys are using the booming method there? Well, autism. I can't read people.
Oh my god!
I can't read a bunch of autists screeching at each other.
Well, you can't read. Period. So there.
You know what?
Yeah, I was about to say we're not sure you can fucking read.
You know, I think we need to make a scale to see who's the most autistic. You know, we'll go down of all the Pseudo Intellectual podcast members.
It would start out at OneManCast.
No, we have to put like what way on the autist side just to piss them off.
Well, no, because if we did that, we'd have to put that one other person. Shoot,
Guitar Skater.
No, Solus just joined the Discord.
No, wait, I think you mean Seth.
Oh,
well,
Seth.
yes.
Okay.
No, I meant that one person that follows what.
That's like
Flutter Butter.
Oh, Flutter.
Gosthog. Oh, Flutter. Okay. I thought you were talking
You know,
about, like,
I'm actually surprised Dylan Thomas isn't on the little bar up top, considering how often he's on.
Twice?
Because we forgot somehow.
I think he's been on like 3 or 4 times.
Oh wait, no, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about the other one, the Yandere Dev one.
Now, granted, he's been on a lot more after we end the stream.
That's true. So back to
we need to get him on more. He brings a lot to it.
What I was saying, you miss stuff like how Shido dies in season 1, and then you see Toka go in there and becomes her true form, and then starts explaining what her
how does this
all that.
How is his sister also an alien? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, shut up.
No, you're supposed to be using their proper pronouns, okay? They're spirits.
Excuse me, sir. I didn't watch past that fucking first episode.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you act like I give a fuck.
No, all right. The show is terrible.
It's
But the gags are silly. The gags are
Like,
silly enough to keep you entertained.
The question isn't whether it's terrible, because I know it's fucking terrible.
No, it's
The
not.
question is whether it's terrible enough to be entertaining.
It's
Yes,
amazing.
that's the answer. Yes, it's terrible enough to be entertaining.
Oh wait,
It's-
someone's asking for a straw poll. They're asking. Oh wait, is that a straw poll for the TISM or a straw poll for Data Live?
But let's do both of them.
Both.
Yeah, let's just do both.
Yeah.
Every person put in the autism. Rate everyone on the.
Yeah, we put
Have everybody vote, and everybody, you better vote me to be the #1 autist.
Okay.
You know you can't be that OneManCast. Come on,
Okay,
don't even try.
who is
If it's by popular vote, maybe I can.
I mean,
Yeah.
we already know who's gonna win the most. Okay, so
I'll just stop
Progressor
there.
B, Necro XIII.
I was about to say, are you going to put Rika Fag on that list?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
shoot.
man.
Oh my!
Because
Lord.
from our
You know what you
comment
should do?
section, he's
You
pretty
should do-
popular there up on that scale.
What you should do is you should put Cody on since he blocked you.
Wait, why did he block you? I have no idea. What did you do?
Nah, that's a different story.
You're not gonna get on that on air.
Yeah, no. Oh yes,
Yeah.
Duffy. Chandler makes
So I'm thinking you put that Romanian furry on the list.
Romanian.
Romanian furry.
Alan Rebus.
I mean, I was going to ask which one.
Well, it's Romania, so everyone in the country.
And everybody in the country is a furry. Oh, wow.
Listen, everyone outside of my country is an animal, all right? They're savages.
The pretentious one. There it goes. Let's see. Who
Has
else?
the pretentious one ever been on here as of lately?
Lately, no.
No.
Hmm.
My brain's having a brain fart.
All right, let's see. Stuffy, have you ever seen what is it, my mental choices are destroying my life?
Kevin.
No.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I know you have.
That's like
It's the same like style show as
it's
Daylight, where it's like this person has random decisions.
I know what
like
you're talking about.
Decided my vote.
It's like you're talking about the show called that's abbreviated as No Kome, right?
No, you come. Yeah. Gun.
No, you come. No, you come. No, you come.
Both shows have like this thing where the person has to make decisions in like a timely manner, and
you get that
normally
So the bane of every harem protagonist.
Yeah, basically.
Except every decision is crazy and can actually affect physical reality.
Yep.
Yeah,
based on
so. Yeah, and that's what, like, the dude has to, like, he chooses, like, this option, and suddenly these just stupid things happen, because sometimes it's not even actions he does. It's just things that happen to other people around him. And he's prompted between, like, two terribly stupid things. And he's like, none of these choices are good.
Let me put it to you like this. If he had a choice, and one of the choices was, like, be turned into ice cream, he would be turned into ice cream.
Yeah, it would be things like turned into ice cream, or have to milk a cow on top of the school roof in front of all your friends, or like
while naked.
Okay,
while
everyone,
naked.
I posted
and yodeling.
Okay, hold on.
Yodeling.
Hold on. Now, everyone, I put a straw poll inside the description. A vote on who's the most autistic.
Maybe we should move this to stream.me where we can say anything we want to.
I mean, we kind of still can. You just have to delist.
Yeah, I already fucked it up.
I mean, it's only one word.
There we go.
Also, the fact that stream.me has that polling feature, which is fucking awesome.
Oh wow. The people who I thought were going to win aren't in the lead.
Oh, I know. Am I in the lead? I kind of want to win.
The most autistic. I'm going to vote for myself.
Wait a minute, this makes no sense because the person I voted for.
Wait, you don't have to vote. I can just check the results. Me.
Yeah.
Rika Fag is. I only have one vote, and it's myself. Oh, did I get 3 votes? Maybe. Yay! I'm tied with Rika Fag. I think. Yep.
Hold on.
No, he's got 4.
My vote
awful,
counts,
actually.
So I need a revote.
I did not vote. I'm just gonna let these results just fly.
Your vote has been counted. What? Go to the results because that's weird because mine had 0. Okay, now it calculated.
The pretentious one.
Yeah, he.
All right.
Dude, it really looks like Plot wrote that.
Okay, I'm in the lead. Come on, guys, vote for me. Okay,
wait,
this is a vote
to be proud of.
I know this is.
What the fuck, dude?
Hey, I don't care. This is fun for me. Aw, I'm not seeing it change. What the fuck?
I'm seeing it.
Like, can you?
I'm
Next
seeing
year.
myself at 4 and seeing Rika Fag at 3.
I see you.
I'm seeing Rika at 4 and you at 4.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, people who have been watching this have put Plot Progressor as half as autistic as Rika.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Who's the most autistic? Yeah.
I mean, really, the only time I could say Necro is autistic is when you go onto Twitter.
Oh, I mean, sometimes that's half of like an act, but then also it's kind of not.
I mean, here's the thing.
Depends
Also,
on who
Twitter
it
makes
is.
everyone autistic.
No. Necro's
Here's-
autistic. No.
Yeah.
Necro's autistic anytime he deals with doodle tones.
Oh my god, I don't ever deal with doodle tones though. Now,
Now, see, here's
I-
the here,
that's-
yeah. Now, see,
that's-
here's
That's Dylan.
here's yeah.
No, but
That's-
Necro was interacting with doodles one time.
yeah, that one.
Oh
time
yeah,
was-
that one was fucking hilarious.
Now, see, here's the reason why you would want to be on the top of this list is because that will give you all the privilege points in the eyes of a mother's basement. Because if you're the most autistic,
You're the most similar to him. Yeah, I know. I get it.
What?
I mean, the funny thing is, we could have thrown the fucking gimme of Digi,
Gimme money.
or
That's a different person.
Should we just add Digi on there?
that's snob.
no, we should add Cody because somehow he managed to be more autistic than anyone else.
Cody is on there. What the fuck? It didn't save Cody? I put him last.
Guess not.
I guess there was a limit
limit.
to the number of people. You
Yeah.
Yes.
I do find it hilarious that I know he did get upset that after we left, we made the joke about how he said that his group of people, the point of them is that unlike everyone else in the community,
Oh, yeah.
it's not a bunch of autists. And I was like, so is anyone gonna bring up the fact that he bragged about it not being autist and it was the spurgiest conversations we'd gotten
Like,
into?
I could see if he blocked you or I because we've both talked about how fucking spurgy he is.
No, it was because I kept DMing him. That's kind of why. But yeah.
And then the funny thing is, I sat there, I'm like, I don't even dislike the dude, but there's no denying that it was a spurgy conversation about Dragon Ball.
There's no denying that he's fucking spurred.
Okay, here's the thing. If you take longer than if you take longer than 30 minutes to prove that whether or not a Dragon Ball punch is realistic or not, there's something wrong. Just one simple punch.
Yeah, I agree because I fucking proved it in like 5 seconds.
Goddamn. I don't know.
I
I still like Anime
that was
Outsiders.
dumb.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't hate them. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
I just don't like it when like the black cow doesn't want to be referred to as a cow itself.
All right, so we still got to talk about.
Okay, so
Matt
Rika's in
Pat,
the lead.
right?
Yes, I was trying to shift us to that, and I forgot.
Oh,
Don't worry.
I know
Here,
you guys
we
thought
are.
from the-
I was actually
Like,
thinking of not talking
The
about it.
problem is, whenever you bring up Matt Pat, where do you start?
It's
No, well, because there's been recent things with him.
Yeah, I
very
know.
Oh, I know.
recently, and that's where we
It-
start.
It's fucking stupid. And really,
yeah, he's just given his history when he's like, well, because there was like another video by Legal Eagle where he was like, hey, Matt Pat probably plagiarized most of my video.
You didn't even say
And
that.
he kind of like alluded to it a little bit, like, hey, why is it so coincidental that this looks like this? And I can get that, but given Matt Pat's history, it becomes a little bit more likely that he probably saw the video and was like, let me take down some of these cliff notes here and then use it. And then if I wanted to call it plagiarism, it's a stretch a little bit to me.
Wasn't there that video on Mario being a sociopath that was literally a rip from like a cracked
Yes,
episode?
there's that. There's also a
That you-
theory that Proto Mario did. 3 days later, Game Theory put out the exact same theory, except instead of endangered, he says extinct. There's There's a whole bunch of theories he has that came up from Reddit. There's a whole bunch, like I can name countless of stuff that he let's say it looks like he took from.
Yeah, like given that, I would say that he probably did watch his video and then put his video out.
Here's the thing: he does.
Well, like his Hero Aka theory that was complete bullshit. I saw that on Reddit too.
Well, his theories have always been rips of Reddit threads. All right.
Yeah, like
they've always been that. I remember seeing like a bunch of his Portal theories and early Zelda theories for like 2 or 3 years before he made his copy paste videos.
Yep.
All he did was basically spice it up with editing. That's all he did.
Yeah.
And actually pretty bad editing when you really think about it.
And here's the thing. I don't see a problem with that.
Wait, would
you
say
no, I don't either. That's why I don't hate his early stuff.
I don't either, because I thought they were pretty entertaining.
I don't see a problem with that, as long as you aren't trying to claim you did it 100% yourself.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's a lot easier to digest something that's being spoken than read.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like if you're working, like you can listen to an audiobook or something. Which is a way better way to spend your time than watching a MatPat video.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, just fucking cite the source. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Just cite it.
And then there was that thing like that, and then also he was like playing a game. Yeah, he was playing this game.
God, that was amazing. The response.
It was it was great. He might just, I don't know. People are like, well, you have to understand MatPat does this. And I'm like, look at all of these professionals that are in the room while he's making all this content. You know exactly what he does, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I was like, the person, literally the only thing he was asking in his first tweet is like, hey, can you put my name and me in the description? Give us credit. And it's kind of a bad move that you didn't do that. And then MatPat is like, oh, no, here's why we are actually correct in doing it and how it actually benefits you.
Yeah, and not only did he have the backing, MatPat also had the backing of Peanut Butter Gamer. And I thought that was weird that he was still defending like clickbait, like on YouTube as a whole. Like, oh, well, yeah, it's kind of bad, but, you know, it's actually kind of good. And I'm like, what? And then, you know, just reading through his response to all of these reasons why he just wouldn't link anything about this entire like small game, just put it out there so people can go support it. It's just like when people say, hey, credit the artist. It's the same thing.
I mean, here's the thing. To be fair, Matt, not to be fair. I mean, one thing I thought was hilarious when MatPat is like, this wasn't specifically against you. We do that to all small game developers and people that have free games. We take the tags, put it someone who's more popular, and we don't credit them. And I just busted out laughing. It's like, that doesn't make it better. In fact, that makes it worse.
The only thing I really thought of the entire time that went down was Mother's Basement does a lot of work for them.
Yeah.
That's all I really thought. And I was just,
I was thinking like, I just hope, like, it just looks like a Mother's Basement response, not a MatPat response. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Like, I don't know. It's just like the way that it was like, well, let me show you why this is good is exactly what I would read if I were to hear Mother's Basement to try to put a spin on something. But then you get called out by Toby Fox, and then you pretty much just have to deal with that for the rest of your life.
Because he was like, I don't care if you use tags. If you try to do that, play the algorithm, you do that. Just fucking put a link. That's all he was asking for. That's literally all he asked for, and he didn't do that. And I know why. Because everything in the description affects your searchability. In fact, if you cite your sources and leads to other websites, and if you put saying, this is where I got this information from, blah, blah, stuff like that, that actually hurts your algorithm. I know all of that. And I'm just like, but here's the thing. MatPat has a fucking huge audience. Something
You
that
know-
minor wouldn't do much.
Not only that, like that should be seen as more worrisome. Is the algorithm is actually hindering people who cite their shit.
Yes, it does. That's
Like-
something I actually figured out, and I was like, "Oh, that's bad." And I'm starting to wonder if my trap video was because of all the sources I put in there. Because the majority of that description is me citing sources and everything.
Yeah, you like it should be. If you're trying to make an argument from an informed perspective, you need to let people know how you came to your conclusion.
Yeah.
Like, it's way less important on a comedic video, but when you're actually trying to sway public opinion, that's fucking important.
Yeah, because I looked at Pedantic's video, not a single source in the description. For anything.
And people are defending Matt Pat in this situation by using, well, you could have just messaged him privately and sorted this all out instead of using a public forum.
No, because that's what it takes for Matt Pat to respond. This is not the first time this shit has happened. This has happened.
I was about to say, you can fucking ignore a DM, and at that point, it's he said, she said.
No, okay, no, here's the thing. This has happened with a different artist that happened about Matt Pat using their art for the Doki Doki Literature Club. They put Matt Pat's face on their art, and they changed it up a little bit. Like, they tinted it a different color and danced around. They tried to get a hold of Matt Pat. They couldn't do it because they wouldn't do it. And they went public later, and after, like, a huge outcry, they finally credited the artist. It takes them that for Matt Pat to actually do something about it. That's what it takes them.
Because he doesn't like to listen, huh?
I don't know. I don't know why. I can't say why he does it. I just know that's what it takes for him to fix anything.
Maybe he's just too lazy to constantly look for, that kind of stuff.
He doesn't have to look for it. Almost everyone goes to him.
Also, he has a
I mean,
staff for a reason.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about before they started making an outcry. He could have just fixed that if he just bothered.
It's because he runs a business where he probably gets a couple thousand different people tell him that he ripped them off in some way or another each day, even if it's exploitive, and he actually didn't. So you have to screen these things, and it's not until the wave is big enough that you can actually.
I think that's overestimating. Like 1,000 a day. I think I would even say 30 a day is a bit much. Okay.
So here, I have this tweet pulled up, by the way,
All right.
of where it all originated. So it says, "Hey, Matt Pat, I'm pretty disappointed here, and so is our community. Your recent GT Live came across as an Undertale clickbait mashup instead of being about Heartbound. You never linked to our game, and you got our studio name wrong as hell." So right here, it shows the screenshots of where you can see all of the tags. And then you can see right here where it's never been linked.
Mm-hmm.
But he does have Heartbound right here. Mm-hmm. And they still use more Toby Fox stuff and all that other goodness. Mm-hmm. There are people here that are defending Matt Pat. Like, let's just call out a YouTuber to get even more publicity on a game. Marketing strategy. They said, think of it this way. You made a game and a popular YouTuber plays it. You are happy for the attention until you realize that they didn't link your game or messed up in some other way. How are people going to find your game easily? They said, I get it. I've read the thread. I see it from both sides, but come on. They were unprofessional and could have emailed privately. The whole thing is just one big
Matt Pat was being
miscommunication.
unprofessional by not linking it.
Yeah,
so it's already unprofessional to begin with.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it goes on. Like, these are like more people said, sadly, Pirate Software, by making this public, you have called in the extremist against Matt Pat by accident. I know this was done with no antagonistic purposes, but I feel this would have been better handled in private.
Extremist?
Yeah, he says they also called in extremist fanboys on themselves. No side wins.
You mean manga common?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And people are like, they act like people don't know how to use Google. So they're telling me that if I were to take something of theirs, like say they made a super popular tweet, and I took their tweet and I said, and I, just took a screenshot or whatever, and I marked out their name or something like that, or I never linked it. They're like, oh, well, this is my tweet. Why didn't you link me to it? They'd be acting the same way.
Because you don't want to dox someone.
Oh, of course. That's what always happens.
Why don't we want to do that?
Because it's a dick move.
I'm just messing around.
And then right here is where Toby Fox reached out. He says, you should link to any game you play. Creators need all the help they can
Matt
get.
had deleted the response?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, hold on. I have the archive. I archived like everything.
Because I was looking for it and I could never find it. And he says, and think carefully. If you're misleading your audience with how you present videos, you went too far this time.
Yeah, okay. I see that because you see that there's nothing above that tweet.
Yeah, nothing there.
Yeah, nothing above it. That means he deleted what it is because it still shows it's a response to something. Let me find my game theory folder real fast.
I do have a screenshot of it saved too. And jeez, that's how you know you fucked up real bad, is when you have to take down everything you said.
Oh. No.
Yeah, I figured he was going to delete this because it was a really bad look.
See, sometimes I actually wonder if MatPat has control over his Twitter or not.
He does. He says 100% that is him. He does everything on it. He did it on the live stream because it was called into question one day. And he says, no, I'm 100%. It's all me. I'd make every...
Yeah, but he says that until he runs into a controversy.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, here's the thing. If he wants to take credit for everything on his Twitter, then even the bad ones have to take credit. He has to take credit for.
Because it honestly does sound like a Mother's Basement response more than even a MatPat response.
I mean, I 100% agree with that, but here's the thing.
Or actually, maybe Mother's Basement's rubbing off on him, and they changing the way he responds.
There you go. I sent you the archive link. Necro.
What's up?
I sent you the archived link.
Let me bring that up here.
Remember when Mother's Basement made a April Fool's parody video of Matt Fat to make fun of his content?
Matt Fat. Mm-hmm.
Only to sell out and
no
make the
okay. No, the funniest thing is that was the video he saw. Was like, hey, you actually make good content for just like me. Do you want to become a writer? That was literally the video that pretty much made MatPat want to hire him.
But literally anyone could have made that.
No, but the thing is, he thought it was unironic.
Oh no.
Yeah, so these are all the tweets here. So I was like kind of scrolling through some of the replies at this snapshot. He says, I'm sorry to hear you're disappointed.
Oh wait, yeah, you are. Never mind. I was looking at the stream. For some reason, it's not showing it. Oh wait, the stream's a bit behind. Doi. Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. He says, I'm sorry to hear you're disappointed in our recent playthrough of Heartbound, but what you see as disrespectful, I would argue, is the opposite. Let me explain. Yeah, this is how I hear it.
When I called you the N-word,
right,
you thought that was disrespectful, but see, I was actually complimenting your black heritage, allowing you to run fat from police.
When I stole all your shit, I definitely didn't think that you would find out. But here, let me explain myself a little bit better.
It's so fucking hilarious. I'll be back in a second.
He says, first, I don't review the thumbnail, tags, description, etc. prior to live streams going up anymore. That's handled by 2 members of our team. However, I train them, so their decisions are on me. That said, their goal is to make live streams as searchable as possible. And for games with limited searchability, that's important as it gets them the audience and attention they deserve. It's the same rationale behind our Deltarune videos being branded as Undertale 2. Your game is great, and by relating it to something similar that our audience already knows and enjoys, we're hoping to introduce them to it that when they might not have checked it out, left with zero context. That's the rationale. I hope it makes sense. Regarding links, we don't tend to link back to the games we're playing. That's not an intentional slight on you.
Right.
It's just really something we do for games that aren't fan-made or free. We'll talk about having a more standard policy around that. Lastly, I'm sorry I got your name wrong. Steph had called out the tweet earlier in the stream, but by the end, I had forgotten the second word. My apologies for misspeaking. Hopefully that clears up some things. Again, no disrespect was meant. And of course, they went on, and I'm pretty sure that's when, at the very last one, is when he chimed in. Yeah, Toby.
Okay, then tweet out the link instead. You don't have to put the link in the description. Tweet the fucker out so that people can get it easily.
No, if you go down, read their response, and you can actually expand.
Oh, can I expand it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes a little while, but it normally does, because it does archive it, but it just takes a while to open.
Good old web archive.
Oh, there.
Here we go.
Finally.
Jeez, it's so like
King of a dumpster. What a
trying.
What a name. You know we're off to a good start with a name like that.
He says the issue isn't with tagging or for searchability. In the world of YouTube algorithms, I understand why this was done. The problem here is the amount of tagging and aggressive linking led your audience to believe Heartbound was made by Toby Fox. Hundreds of people in your chat thought so and were confused based on the way it was presented. After that, we received loads of messages asking us if Thor was really Toby Fox, how long it took Toby Fox to make the OTS, how much of the game he worked on, and so forth. This doesn't help us. It just confuses people and deters them if they don't like his content.
So after Toby Fox got done playing Electro in that bad Spider-Man movie, he went on to video games?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm not 100% sure if that was how, what's it called? Mother's Basement got hired. I've heard it, and I've never found any source confirming how he has gotten fired. It's just
I know for a fact that that's how he got in link with
Matt Pat.
See, what I thought happened was he let Matt Pat fuck his girlfriend.
How? Matt Pat doesn't even do that to his own.
This is all just very bad on Matt Pat's part to just even let this happen.
Joseph Stalin asks, would Matt Pat have hired Digibro if he had made that parody? He probably would have, and then immediately realized it was a mistake.
Yeah.
Because he would make one video, and then the next thing he knows, he'd hear like 1,000 people talking about how Digi uses the N-word, and he'd be like a board.
No, it'd just be... Digi would make another video, and it would just be a drunken rant. And people like me would find it awesome just to watch the stream of consciousness. But Matt Pat's audience is fucking retarded.
No,
this is also true.
No, here's the thing. Digi would have to submit it for Matt Pat to read it out. It's not Digi who would be reading it.
Dude, that'd be even funnier.
Oh my goodness. I forgot about that. That would be... Because I was thinking like in terms of... what was it? That Gaijin Goomba stuff he had on his channel. But... Oh, that's so much funnier.
You mean the, 20 videos that are actually worth watching on Game Theory?
Shh.
Nah, I still say there's some Matt Pat theories that are worth it.
He says, all this algorithm stuff sounds very cold. Like, I'd rather not know about it. It makes it so you don't have the illusion of good videos getting a lot of views and bad videos not getting...
Dylan Thomas is saying, what is this? No, we literally just finished the Matt Pat controversy thing. Sure. I'll give him the thing. We literally just finished pretty much everything.
The fact that Dylan Thomas jumps in right after we finish talking about drama.
Wait, what? I'm getting like a million notifications here. All right.
We'll get to hear him talk about Flutterbutter some more.
I mean,
and how he totally doesn't care, but he very
Please
much
tell me
cares.
we didn't miss a Sunday Fun Day.
A what?
A Sunday Fun Day. Medicare.
I mean, technically, I had my Sunday Fun Day. It was dealing with the inflationist.
So Wait, does that mean 2019 Necro is just going to be shitty Medicare?
Yes.
I don't think shit.
I'm down with that.
You know, that's okay. I'm sad. I'm surprisingly okay with that.
It's like, I am way happier to have shitty Medicare than, like, another commentary channel.
Or no
Oh my
Medicare.
god. The commentary community, they fucking love me, let me tell you.
I mean, it's not your fault Joey's a retard.
But yeah, I don't care about the MatPat shit. I was wanting to talk about the
Shield.
YouTube statistics shit.
Oh, what about it?
About channels trending and shit. I'm interested in that. I know quite a bit about that.
I thought you didn't believe in statistics.
Wow, someone's a petty bitch.
God damn it, I'm eating ribs, dude.
God.
I'm sorry. That was
Called your shit.
I mean, you missed the straw
yeah,
poll
I
to see
guess-
who was the most autistic.
I guess I got fucking roasted. Someone held on to a grudge for like 5 months. Oh, yeah, it got me.
He said, let's talk
I
about
definitely don't
this
look like the
record.
fucking stupid one here.
Speaking of holding on grudges for a long time, we were thinking of inviting you for if we stream JonTron versus Destiny, where we were gonna comment on it and just laugh at both sides.
I mean, I'd like to see that. I know JonTron's political opinions are a bit weird, so that seems fun.
What do you mean weird? I thought they were 100% accurate.
He wasn't totally informed on the things.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he had unformed. It's not just uninformed. His opinions weren't completely formed yet.
It seemed like to me he had watched like 7 YouTube videos on the subject and thought he knew about it.
No,
Well, literally like a week later, he was on Sargon of Akkad's channel.
I was
So
just messing around because I think both of them were just.
I think that's what. Isn't that what people call like internet intellectuals? The people who like watch a YouTube video, learn about a subject.
yes.
yeah.
Oh, it's kind of.
What's wrong with communism?
The fact that it generally ends in starvation.
But yeah, the thing with the whole fucking YouTube analytics and statistics thing, just the whole subject as a thing. The funny thing is like everyone both loves and hates the analytics stuff because it can both create a genre and destroy a genre in like mere like hours. Like it made gameplay rise up back in 2012, but as a result, it fucking killed the animation community. And the animation community is still fucking dead. The only way they found success lately is by doing collabs where they all animate small parts and then work it into one big thing. Or when story time animators came in, which their stuff most of the time isn't actually full-fledged animation. It's more of like animatics.
Well,
It's like, and usually like 5 seconds of actual animation, which takes for fucking ever.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like 5 frames more than like the normal.
Storytime animators is literally one, like mostly about the animators, but about the story. But then it's just showing visuals to complement it. And that's literally all, and that's why they're better than actual, storytime YouTubers who just sit in front of a screen and talk about it.
So I had to leave. I had to go eat something. What's going on now? We got Dylan Thomas here.
We're talking about YouTube.
We're talking
analytics
about you, Kaiser.
Yeah, we're talking
right.
about autism.
The weird thing about YouTube is like YouTube is built almost like an RPG now. If you know how to exploit it, you can keep leveling up. And only like the highest of autists can figure out the strats needed to get into YouTubing.
Basically, they have the strategies needed to gain more than 1 experience point every battle.
It's like
right?
it's like a Pokemon game. How every generation keeps getting patched, but there's always a new exploit you can use.
Here's the thing: YouTube constantly breaks itself more, and the more it breaks itself, you would think it would collapse, but somehow it becomes more usable.
It's because they just keep adding layers on top of layers on top of layers, and all the layers aren't compatible anymore. Like all the different bots they're throwing in, all the different fucking all the different tweaks to the algorithm, that shit just slowly fucks with the stability of YouTube. Like, they tried to remove Google Plus, but they actually couldn't because of how embedded it was into YouTube.
It was like trying to remove the very bottom mat from a giant stack of mats.
Yeah, like YouTube desperately needs like a complete overhaul. But in order to do that, they'd have to shut down the website for a day, and they can't afford that.
I mean, if they did that, then everyone will start noticing that T-Series is still gaining subs.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Wait, have they surpassed PewDiePie yet?
No,
no.
They're about a million away again.
And something fucking hilarious happened. This just shows how much YouTube doesn't care about its people that work for them. Fucking this guy I know named Megapie. He's in Portugal, and he wanted to write a complaint to YouTube because they had demonetized one of his videos for copyright, and then they took away his streaming rights, even though it didn't get like a strike. It only got a copyright claim. Yeah, it wasn't an actual fucking strike, so they shouldn't have done anything. He wanted to complain to them, though, and it's like, which country do you come from? And it's like America, Japan, Russia, like all the big superpower countries. And then he wanted to go for Portugal, and it wasn't there. So he clicked on other. It's like, thank you for doing this survey. And he's like, oh, so I don't even get to fucking do it? YouTube just doesn't give a shit if you're not in a main country. Like, if you're in a smaller country, fuck off. They're not even going to give you a chance to complain.
I don't. It's kind of funny. Are you watching the Shield Hero that came out?
I really wish any of this surprised me.
Yeah, none of this surprises me. After how many stories I've heard of YouTube, I don't think there's anything that surprises me.
Oh, I don't fucking doubt that shit with YouTube killing Leafy's channel and making it look natural. I think that could have happened entirely.
I 100% believe it.
Yeah, because YouTube does do shit like that. They tried to do it with Alex Jones and other channels where they just rip them straight off.
To Monkey, even though
well, you can look at the fucking anime community and see that shit.
The anime.
Yeah, if you're a controversial figure, YouTube will try to stranglehold your channel, and if you keep gaining relevancy, then they'll just straight up kill it. But if you're someone as big as PewDiePie, they have to let you stay until you die naturally.
Oh, you don't even have to be a controversial figure for them to fuck with your channel to lower it. Like, you can look at just Giguk's channel. He's got, what, 1.9 million subs now, and still averages less than 1 million views?
You know how YouTube...
I think both of those statements are wrong. Hold on, let me look that up, because Giguk almost always breaks 1 million. And I don't think he's 1.9. So
yeah, I think it's 1.6 or something.
1.6, and he's not even there yet. He's almost 1.6.
Yeah.
And let's look at his videos.
He's only got one that broke 1 million until fall 2018 in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's 2 months ago. But then you see him constantly keep breaking 1 million. Well, actually, it goes back and forth. It's like 980,000 and then 1 million.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty
really, if it's not
an channel size.
But see, that's the thing. That means how many of his people who are subscribed to him are not finding out that he has a video out?
I'm saying that is really good for his channel size.
Yeah, that actually is really good.
Yeah, that's not too terrible.
% retention. That's.
But
he's basically the JonTron of the anime community. He can leave and then
no, JonTron consistently outdoes his sub number.
Yeah,
well, I mean, he can leave and come back and still maintain a lot of viewership.
Yeah.
Well, no, because Giguk had to work back up for like 3 or 4 months before he was getting like almost anything.
Yeah, but still,
he needed to be putting out the X in X minutes.
Yeah, but he didn't die. But his channel didn't die though.
Yeah, none of it died. I would never say Giguk died.
No. Yeah, last year YouTube wanted to be sure that little channels couldn't grow up and cause a problem for them, another fucking controversy. So they added in the thing where it's like, if you don't get 1,000 subs within a year, then you will lose your monetization. And everyone thought that they were just going to stop there. But now, whenever they have their sub purges, if your sub count drops below that threshold, they'll instantly demonetize you. And won't remonetize you till you meet the threshold. So that's yet again another way that YouTube can just fuck over channels that they don't like. It's because
and they don't even always purge bots; they purge actual people.
Oh, now they're purging shout out subs. Like if I were to shout one of you guys out and you got like 10,000 subs from it, YouTube would purge that.
Because you shouted somebody out. So what?
That's a new one they just added. They added that one like a month ago when PewDiePie shouted out that anime YouTuber.
Yeah, the best one.
Oh my goodness.
So basically, what if you collab with somebody? They're gonna get rid of that too, huh?
If you gain like a large flux of subs all at once, then YouTube will start filtering your channel. They will freeze your channel and filter it.
That makes no
Why?
sense.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's because they don't want like the loopholes of old YouTube to be possible, where people could survive on shout outs and shit like that.
Shout outs are a great way to expose channels.
It was a great way, but now YouTube wants to kill it.
The only reason is because it puts in like a political position that they don't want.
Well, they want to try to keep their hands as clean as possible in the public eye so they can continue running the website without any controversy and their advertisers not pulling out.
Yeah, but they do realize this breeds more controversy if people start fucking talking about it.
Hold on. We should, I mean, I don't know. Is the chat even wanting to watch this? I was going to say we should either wrap up the stream and we could talk about it offline, or if the chat wants to keep watching it.
No, I'm having fun. Magician D thinks that I don't know, am just a piece of shit, so that's good, I guess. I mean, like he said, it's not the commentary community's fault that I don't script my videos. It's definitely not. I never claimed it was. But that's why people like the Hyrule Blob don't exist anymore.
I'm always shocked when I hear people know about the Hyrule Blob god.
I think Nintendo really nerfed the level 9 CPUs.
Maybe.
In a patch, because they're really easy now.
And I suggest if you guys don't know who the Hyrule anime is, you can go ahead and watch some videos on that.
I think I have a video on that still up on a separate channel.
Here's the thing. We uploaded, we have an, oh yeah, by the way, everyone, we have a new podcast channel. I forgot to say this at the very beginning. Where we are uploading, it's taking a while, but we're uploading all of our streams there.
YouTube's trending tab is shit. I seen someone mention that in the chat.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Like getting on YouTube's trending tab is like a massive fucking chore, and a lot of people
it's not even a trending tab. It's just who does YouTube or Google want to shout out?
It's creators that they know are clean. That's who gets on there.
Yeah, and yet,
which is why it's hilarious whenever Medicare, back before they nuked the Ralph retort, it got on.
Yeah.
Steven Crowder, genders are there's only 2 genders. Changed my mind. 34 million views. And
no, dude.
No dislikes.
One of the funniest things for trending streams was when the Ralph retort had Richard Spencer on, and they were fucking trending.
Okay. So
I think that became like the most watched video in YouTube live streaming history, like for people watching all at once.
No, not even close.
I was pretty sure that they broke some record, and they were really happy about that.
Yeah, they finally beat the pig. Because that was the thing. That was like an inside joke on the Ralph retort, was they were constantly the second highest late night show.
Oh, okay.
Right behind someone live streaming Peppa Pig.
It's always funny.
Peppa Pig.
Just imagine.
So like
everyone who watches the Ralph retort also has someone in their thing watching Peppa Pig. Just to spite them.
Yeah, I don't think fucking Hyrule Blob is ever coming back. Like, I told him, he was watching my video, and I told him my advice to you would be don't come back. There's no way to make up for what you did.
I want him to though.
My advice is
why do you want him
going
to come back?
Because then he can go for round 2. I want to see what happens when he just comes back and then everyone immediately recognizes that it's him.
Well, he can't be like Mundane Matt. He has no friends. No one's gonna do a PR
What I
campaign.
was saying is the only way he can come back is by doing something that doesn't require his voice.
Be like a text to speech or.
Yep.
This is the guy that.
That's the
Our
lupus
very
guy.
first podcast was on.
Yeah, no.
So basically,
Here's the trick. He's going to come back, but all he's going to do is text-to-speech green text.
Oh, hold on. Actually, Dylan.
What?
The green text reading.
I mean, I'd watch that channel. I'm gonna show you something. Just look at the thumbnail of this, because after we finished watching it, I was like, this is the perfect thumbnail for it. I put it in your DMs.
Oh, Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that.
God of War is literally Dark Souls. The Dark Souls of video games. Oh man, I just love it because he when he was reviewing God of War, he just kept saying it was like Dark Souls and it was the Dark Souls of video games and shit like that.
Dark Souls is the Dark Souls of video games, and really, Dark Souls isn't even that hard.
Dark Souls of Dark Souls video games. All right.
Contra is the Dark Souls of video games.
Oh yeah, we figured out that Tamagotchi's also Dark Souls of video games.
I'm gonna be an asshole.
Death is way too permanent in Tamagotchi. All right.
Oh yeah.
Dark Souls is actually not too difficult because you get a lot of those fucking save points. So I don't even get why people complain about Dark Souls being like the hardest thing ever. If you can keep saving and reloading, it doesn't fucking matter how many times you die.
Yeah. Okay, everyone, the Pseudo Intellectual podcast is in the description, and there I also put it in the sidebar for everyone who wants to see it.
And make sure to constantly check to make sure they didn't purge your subscription to it.
They didn't do a view purge this year. I noticed that. They did. They did? I didn't get affected then.
They took views off one of your our stream of what was it? The Yandere Dev.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't notice a view purge this year, but I noticed
funny because they took some
took
off.
like 500 off.
Yeah, and then like it almost instantly got it back, and I was like, okay.
Okay. For my sub purge, I think I lost like 200, 300 subs.
Because it's so weird that my Yandere Dev stream, just some reason every like month or so, it goes into the algorithm for like 2 hours.
Because Yandere Dev consistently does fucking stupid shit.
I was about to be like, you could be linked so close to Yandere Dev. Whenever he posts his shitty monthly update video, you just get recommended.
I mean, like the Kiwi Farms YouTube channel has done like 2 streams on Yandere Dev and 3 or 4 updates.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna read off the. Let's see. Well, fuck. What are moral implications of giving life to Frosty the Snowman? What? What are the moral implications of giving life to Frosty the Snowman?
There aren't any.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say there really.
He's now just another living being.
Well, it's kind of like you almost created your own Terminator. If he goes on a murdering rampage, there's no way to stop him.
Yeah, there is. You can stop him with a lighter.
Yeah,
talk him down with words. Yeah, just
a lighter and some Axe body spray.
Does this mean that? Does this mean that all snow has a soul?
I'm pretty sure the hat has like a trapped soul inside of it.
Yep.
Yeah, like to be fair, you could also stop him with salt.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he will be so salty he dies.
Pocket sand.
They trapped the soul.
Stop him.
They trapped the soul of Hitler in the hat.
Stop him with global warming.
Okay,
God.
there was only 2 questions, mostly because I unlisted the stream pretty fast because it didn't even break like 80 views.
This one or the last stream?
The last stream, in like one
I
day.
don't remember what you were talking about, but
It
I
was
don't
one of
think
those
I wanted
object
on that.
permanent things. I didn't watch it or go to it, so it didn't exist.
Yeah,
Okay, because
it was a card
I know
against
you guys-
humanity, and it only had like 80 views, and that's because it got demonetized instantly. And I was like, oh god. So I just unlisted it and put it in the playlist. It in fact got more views being put in the playlist than it being sent to my subscribers.
It could be that they had they just click on the fucking playlist and it plays when they're passed out.
Yeah.
That could be
Like,
a real possibility.
legitimately, I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fall asleep during the streams a lot.
Yeah, that's
I've only done it like 3 times.
And the
enough.
last thing, what is your thoughts on Patreon?
I don't know. I don't
I mean-
like it.
Uh-oh.
The issue isn't Patreon. The issue is MasterCard.
And PayPal.
And
Yeah.
the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Well, fuck the Southern Poverty Law Center. It's the
Well-
fact that these payment processors have the ability to say, no, you can't have money.
Yeah, it's the same thing with YouTube and Patreon. Like, Patreon and YouTube rely on other companies to operate. And these other companies will threaten to pull out their money and make the
Yeah.
company
PayPal
fail.
on strike. And
So it,
And
a legal attorney is actually filing a complaint to the FCC.
Yeah.
Because
well,
like,
the
should-
scary thing is MasterCard is as close to a global currency as we currently have.
Mhm. But
I mean, it sounds like downright holding up the U.S. bank for hostage.
It
it's kind
is.
of like that. The thing is, like, people complain about YouTube censoring and fucking Patreon censoring, but it's like, should they do that, or should they just let these companies like stranglehold them and put them out of business? It's more like think about the needs of the many compared to the needs of the one. It's like, yeah, we're fucking over somebody, but we'd be fucking over a lot more people if we stuck to our guns.
And that's kind of the thing, is they're bent over the barrel.
yeah, I don't particularly blame Patreon now.
YouTube didn't step in until the fucking until the adpocalypse happened, where like a bunch of advertisers pulled out at once, and YouTube's like, yeah, we have to step in.
Like, the
You have
funny
to
thing
be
is,
a
though,
force.
YouTube is probably the only company that could have gone, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, YouTube legitimately could have done that.
Well, yeah, but
because
Google
they'd have
wouldn't
taken a
like,
hit for 5 minutes before
Google
people
wouldn't have
go,
liked the pay cut, though. Like, Google would have been pretty
Yeah.
upset if YouTube lost that much money.
well, the thing is, that wouldn't have lasted very long, because YouTube is still the most viewed thing. Like, if you want to shotgun advertise, television is no longer the way to do it.
Yeah,
The funny thing
how-
is, I make more money off of YouTube Red than I do regular YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's not even ads that does that. That's people who paid for YouTube, and now I get money from them paying.
Yeah.
It's not even ads. So, like, I don't even know why they rely on ads. They should just encourage more people to get YouTube Red.
No, they try. Trust me, they push
Because
that out, but majority don't get it.
the thing is, like, even with
I
YouTube
have
Red, you
adblock.
get, like, what, 8 cents per view? Or 2 cents or something?
No,
A
it pays
video
by
that I
minute.
make about $2 to $3 on can get $7 on YouTube Red.
Well, you look at it as YouTube Red is $10 a month. Like, they're not making any money off of YouTube Red.
But it helps the
Okay, here's
creator.
how it works. Here's the thing. They have a certain amount that they will pay. Like, if like, I don't know what it is. Like, say if it's $5, if you because if YouTube Red costs $10, let's say their thing is $5. It splits that $5 between every video you watch.
Yeah.
And it goes by watch minutes. So if you watch this for 1 minute, it's going to be worth however much percentage. And something that's watched for 2 minutes, that's going to be double the amount of 1 minute. Technically, if you watched one video and only one video with YouTube Red that whole month, then that video would got $5 off of just that one thing.
Like, but you sit there and think about it. They're not. I'm trying to think of how I was going to put it. Fuck. Shit.
Profitable?
Yeah. Well, nothing YouTube is doing is profitable. Like, even AdSense is barely able to break even.
I mean,
Google makes more money off of the YouTube license than they do actual YouTube.
Oh, yeah. And part of that is they're not allowing anyone to grow.
they make
Like
decent, they make decent money off of AdSense, but not YouTube AdSense.
if they didn't have YouTube, they wouldn't even have called YouTube TV. They would have just called it Google TV. But the YouTube license is valuable, and labeling something as YouTube adds value to it because there's already a system of trust involved with that label.
Yeah. Okay, I think.
And they're doing a very good job of destroying that trust.
All right, then. Anyone have any last things to say? We should finish this up, and we can go into our little after show, so we're not having everyone get bored.
Nope. All I got is stay away from bike pumps, kids.
And stay away from Mother's basement.
Yeah, him too.
You should watch.
Wait, why have we not explained?
Wait, what?
Why have we not actually talked about Necro's bike pump meme?
All right, so
Oh my god!
okay, if you want to know,
We've got this whole thing with that.
Because
Okay.
he just did a 38-minute live stream like 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it was a short one, but
It makes them prepared.
but here's the thing about it. It was about a gentleman by the name of Boomy, who pretty much runs a group called Sexy Blimp or Super Blimp, and they're way into breast expansion, belly expansion, things of that nature. And he has pretty much underpaid his voice actresses, or he's not paid them at all. And he's known to harass his artists and his voice actresses as well. And it's been so well documented that there is a post, a mega thread on Reddit from up to 10 months ago where they've posted all of this stuff, all of these screenshots and evidence of where he's just been going off on them, threatening to take down their channels because of, like, you know, using an avatar that he thinks YouTube does not approve of. And he said, well, I have to do my due diligence and go ahead and flag it. So he's pretty much been harassing these people, and I kind of brought it to the forefront. But he, on the Sexy Blimp Twitch or the Twitter page, he posts a lot of like
YouTube friends.
like he posts 2B getting inflated by the what's the one boy character in there?
I think it's like 9S.
Yeah,
1D.
yeah. He has 9S doing like a bike pump, filling her with air, and he's like, "That's sexy." I'm pretty sure I have that screenshot somewhere.
It doesn't even make any sense. They're fucking robots.
Yeah, I know he's he thinks it's the greatest thing ever.
Her robotic parts would pop her, and I know they're into that too. But I'm just saying,
It doesn't. Yeah, it just flat out doesn't make any sense. That's
And he has like about 30 alternate accounts to harass people with. Like,
Which is actually the impressive part, that he has that many socks.
I can't even think about any of that. And
That's a different sock altogether.
mhm. It's one giant sock, and he inflates it. Oh, what do you mean?
does he
Yeah,
have
at
it
least
by
he
his
got-
bed at night.
Most likely.
Yeah.
The hyperbolic number of 30, but it is an astronomical amount. Like, I could not even wrap my head around how many accounts that he actually has.
So
But
it's far
that's-
more than 30. Or you
Maybe.
can't count very high.
No, it might be more than 30, to be honest, because he makes them on different websites, and he harasses the artist on stream while they're drawing stuff, trying to get them involved in drama on
Think about how
Discord.
many YouTube accounts that he can downvote you with then.
That's great. I could use all of them.
He could use all the dislikes he can manage.
I mean, they
Finally
actually
in
help
me.
him.
I mean, that's just like a what the what gang. No, I'm just joking.
Oh gosh.
It's like, why are you booing me? I'm right. But yeah, that's why the
So-
bike pump thing is a meme, is because he likes inflation porn, and it's
Oh, by the way, did you know there's a maximum amount of YouTube
Dislike?
videos you can like?
What?
What?
5,000, right?
Are you telling me like eventually it just starts removing your oldest like from a video?
Yep, 5,000.
Good thing I don't like videos.
I
There
wonder
we
how
go.
all those people never reached that threshold that went back and unliked Baby to dislike YouTube Rewind.
That's right.
Because I don't fucking know, but I do know because the max playlist is 5,000 max playlist size, and the thing is you can that liked playlist, if you remove something from that playlist, it makes it unlike the video itself, so you can no longer add anything. After a while, you actually become unable to like videos.
That sounds like something that was created from the heyday of YouTube when they didn't have enough memory space.
Well, see, that's kind of the thing is, it makes absolutely no sense with any long-term thought. But it also makes absolutely no sense that any video you like is added to a fucking playlist.
That's true too.
It's because that's kind of like, that's supposed to be your way of like YouTube trending. It's like people in your audience can see you like something, so they'll think, hey, maybe I'll like that. If you-
Not
Hey,
when I
maybe-
want it.
Have
Yeah,
regular like, and then allow me to make a playlist of shit I enjoyed.
I thought that's what the playlist button was for.
It is.
Yeah. Because, like, just because I like a video doesn't mean I think everyone will like the video.
That was being facetious. Facetious.
Facetious.
I corrected that though.
Facetious.
Flush is being phimosis.
I'm being fibrosis.
Fiber one.
I feel a lot of shit here.
All right then. I think we're done then.
Make our outros.
Yep, Dylan, you can go. First.
I came in here for 5 minutes. That's all I gotta say.
Still better than Plot. On Kaiser's.
Yeah, I didn't care.
No,
about
he
the
was
Matt
there for
Pat
like
shit.
30 minutes. That's what made it hilarious.
No. It's still better than what Plot did. He stayed quiet for like 30 minutes. And then at the very end, when he made his outro, I was like, I haven't said anything until now.
I didn't.
That was legitimately one of the funniest things.
I didn't care about the Matt Pat shit because I really feel like that everyone kind of blew that out of proportion. It's like Matt Pat's a dick. He's doing the same shit he's always done. There's nothing
I
special
literally
here.
showed that he's done it multiple times. Necro,
Yeah.
why the fuck did you leave? Necro, we had something to talk to you after the podcast. Okay.
I want to hear more about this info.
Yeah. Okay. Freaking Kaiser, your turn.
I'm Kaiser Trigger. Yeah, just fuck me in my ass, man. I just want to
Okay.
die.
Blot.
Stuffy, did you see the new
Okay, Stuffy. Okay, fine.
Oh my
Both of y'all
God.
screw each other. I'm the Unknown Otaku signing off. If you want to get your comment read, leave a comment on the pin thing. Wait a minute.
That's your job.
Yeah.
You pen comment.
No, I put the pin already here. Leave a comment under the pinned comment, I meant to say.
Reply to the pinned comment.
Yeah. Reply to the pinned comment. And subscribe to the other podcast channel, because once we have it all uploaded to that one, we're uploading one every other day. And once it's actually there, we're going to start using that channel instead. And I'm signing off. Sayonara. Stop streaming.